Here we go, a chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay this horn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots, he scores! That's a trick! Didn't have to go, face off, and the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic giving some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Gonna be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic, as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's going to be an added penalty. That's going to be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are going to clear that zone over to the near side. Here comes Heischer on a chance. A shot. Denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe, it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout. Taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores. Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and he scores. Oh no. Did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple fists, and it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple fists going either direction. Still clinging onto each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet, still laying punches. Helmet comes off of Struble, and still laying some punches at Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight, but Zadorov is absolutely dominating it, and they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone, over to Mantha, intercepted, and here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots, he scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. There's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah. Gonna take the draw and gonna be won by the Pens. That's gonna be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Gonna try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side. To the top of the zone. Over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot. Deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot. He's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Phil Koivunen, let's freaking go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy. Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot. And then he scores. Let's freaking go, baby. Save the kid.
Took it on his took it on his shoulder and said, "Let me just clear this one."
That is how you do it. Sit the kid, clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That's how the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, while they're covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. Ice, a chance. A shot. He's gone! Ross! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out. Is Kindle. A chance. A breakaway. He shoots. He scores! Igor Chinikov! Getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today for words are hard, bringing you guys live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Ottawa Senators. This game should be a fun one here. Again, going into this one here, the Colorado Avalanche all but playoff locks at this point, I would say. Everybody's saying that, you know, they're actually Stanley Cup contenders, strong contenders as well. How's it going, Petsko? How you doing, man? I'll try and rest the voice just a little bit. Just a little bit. There might be a little bit of new content on the gaming channel as well, by the way, because my voice needs to take a little bit of a rest. Not a big total vocal rest, but a little bit. We'll be live for this game. We'll be still live for our regular games. But we will be taking a little bit of a change of direction here on some of the content on the alternate channel. But we're getting ready for this one here. Should be a fun one between these two teams. Oh, okay, are we good? Okay, we're good. Am I tripping, or is this a different camera angle? It's a little different. It's a little different. It's a little lower, so it's gonna be a little bit, you know, a bit more right on eye level kind of thing. So I figured we'd try a little bit of a new one. We tried this out yesterday, actually, during the intro presser for Mike McCarthy. So we did try that yesterday, but we'll see. We will see what we've got in store for this one. Again, my expectations is this one's going to be a fairly close game. Again, Ottawa, they're basically playing for their season. They're all but eliminated. Not mathematically eliminated, but they're 10 points out of a playoff spot with no games in pocket. Sports Reader saying, headache, headache? What do you mean headache, headache? I don't got no headache. In fact, if anything, it's still the throat. It's hurting me. But yeah. Again, Ottawa playing for the... Oh, you got the headache. Ooh. Hopefully it gets better for you, bro. But yeah. The Ottawa Senators, again, needing this win. If they fail to get this win, it could very well be season over mathematically. We're getting close to that point for them. Meanwhile, Colorado, they need to get back out of the slump. They've had a little bit of a slump where they've dropped games to the Flyers, where they've dropped games against the Predators. There's been a lot of games they've dropped as of late that have been kind of question marks. So that being said, Colorado are trying to get back on track, try to keep themselves moving. Again, they have 4 games in pocket over the... Isn't it the Wild that's in second place in their division right now? So they could very well have a 10-point lead, a double-digit point lead over everybody. LPS for close to it. Again, they're still a ways away from being mathematically eliminated. The soonest I see them being mathematically, if I can find my mouse, there you go, mouse, I am literally going to break a mouse tonight because this stupid thing does not want to read. Oh my gosh, but yeah. Oh, I'm close to throwing it. I am close to chucking this sucker across the room. You don't know how close I am. Can you work, please? You are a mouse that has barely been abused before lately. And yet you don't work like a mouse that's new. Well, let me go ahead and close poll. Petsko wants to see it. Oh my gosh. Well, I already broke the plastic on this mouse because of how frustrating it is. I'm going to have to get a new mouse soon. I don't want to drop the money on it, but I'm going to have to. Where was I going? NHL scores. Where are standings? Yeah, so mathematically, Ottawa still has 45 points of margin between the top team. Between playoff contention, you're still about 10 points. They're 10 points difference, so from where Boston sits to where they are, it's a 50-point difference. So you're talking at least 25 games. So you're talking not until mid-March will any teams really be eliminated in the Eastern Conference. But they would need to go on a historic run right about now in order to make things happen, in order to make a chance at a playoff run. Get a Logitech mouse? Yeah. I had a Logitech mouse. Let me go on Amazon. How much do those cost on Amazon? So I just dropped like $70 on a new subscription. It's a yearly subscription, but it's for a project on the gaming channel. So, you know. But this is what I get for getting the cheap Target mouse. There's reasons I don't go to Target. There are reasons I don't go to Target. So we're looking at like 25 or like 20 bucks. 25, maybe 30 bucks. So I get the M510. That's the one I like, is the M510. I might need to buy it. I don't want to buy more. I don't want to drop more money, but I'm going to have to. Especially because I dropped 70 bucks tonight on... Okay, you know, screw it. Screw it. You piece of crap. Piece of crap. I'm not going to break it. I'm not going to break it. I have better self-control than Poofesher, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to throw it. That does not mean I'm not going to throw it. No, I'm not going to break it. I have more self-control than Poofesher. Is it the computer? No, it's not the computer. Beef Boss, yes. Yes, I have more control than Poofesher. Believe me. But there is going to be a fun new series. If you guys are in the Discord server, and if you're not, why aren't you? I'd recommend you get in there. Link down in the description. But we do have a new channel, a new secondary channel, a gaming channel, and we have a new series coming up on that gaming channel here. Hopefully first video can get out Friday. Thursday, Friday, somewhere in that time frame. Looking forward to that. That's why I dropped 70 bucks on a yearly subscription tonight. It's an AI voiceover. So, it's a text-to-speech custom voice AI program that I found that has the voices I need. It's a bit more robust. We're not able to use it for Dogbot because, you know, API stuff and all that's a little bit different. But we can make it happen for the other channel for that little series. But yeah, that mouse is retired. I am done with that mouse. I've had way too many fights with it as of late. It's not working with me. So. Oh, they're doing the Canadian Armed Forces Appreciation Night for the Ottawa Senators. So that is their game theme tonight. As we're going to stoop the tee. But this should be a fun one. In net, we got Mackenzie Blackwood against James Reimer. I believe that's Reimer. Let me double check how it is pronounced. I don't even have him on my call sheet. I have him on the board, but not on my call sheet. Because they don't have their other goalie, which is Marilainen. Timba Cronies. No, I'm not going to break it. Like I said, I have more composure than Poofesher. I will never stoop to that level. Much respect to Poofesher. I love watching his content. But, like, I will not stoop to that level. But, yeah. If you guys were in the Discord today, that you guys saw some new videos that kind of were dropped. Some videos, some pictures. I want to see if anyone can guess what the next series is on the gaming channel. I want to see. I want to see. I'm curious if anyone can get it. Pesco, bro, no amount of money can make that happen. I'm not going to break it. I'm not one to purposely break things. No, it's not going to be a Geometry Dash. Not Minecraft.
Folks,
let me see if this helps. Let me see if this helps. Yes, it is. Sports Predictor, you are right. You are right on. This is a video that was produced by Grok when I was trying to see if I could use Grok as my text-to-speech and just listen to what he has to say to you.
folks, listen up. This is huge. True version. Just like they pomagyaman next and me bomb.
Very important message. You win a round of applause, Sports Predictor. Actually, that's 5 rounds of applause, technically. I have no clue, bro. I have no clue. Like, can we like actually get what he's trying
Folks,
to say?
listen up. This is huge. Tricky version. Jaslik, they påbörjar Nix and Vipam.
I heard a Nix and B-palm at the end. Like,
Folks, listen up. This is huge. Tricky version. Jaslik, they påbörjar Nix and
this week I'll pop a yappa yawa Nix and B-palm. Oh my gosh. That's why I went and dropped $70 to be able to get a AI voiceover program that I can use for text-to-speech that is not going to do that. It's not going to say Nix and B-palm unless I tell it to say that. But yeah, I've been getting into a lot of those, and I've been getting into a lot of those President's Play series as of late, and it's like, you know what? That's a fun little series. Not to mention that helps me with the voice, where I can still get content out on the gaming channel without killing my voice, because I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I've been in a lot more pain as of late. Don't you know the AI app? Is why? Yes, I do know that's why RAM is $900. Though I use a mix of Grok and ChatGPT. So I do a nice little mix of both. But yeah, I wanted to use the AI text to speech so that we could have that as a little fun thing there. You know, something we could do, something we could use. Even though I see 16 by 30 RAM for $400 a new egg, yeah. Yeah, 16 by 2 RAM, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of my thought, is that I can do that, have a little bit of fun, not slam the voice. You know, it's something that I could do without using my voice for it, because I record it, the presidents record it. Sorry, they're the ones doing the recording. I just put it together and put it up. Yeah, I figured it's something fun we could do. You know, I know the trend's past, but it's a fun little project. I wanna try my hand at storytelling as well. That's kind of my thought with it, is I want to have some fun storytelling elements on it too. Now we're doing the Canadian anthem. There we go. That tea is looking nice and dark now. But yeah, RAM has gotten crazy expensive. Oh yeah, did you guys see the other thing that came out on the Colbert Show? Did you guys see what came out of the Colbert Show? It was ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous. So I don't normally watch Colbert, right? But I saw this video. No, I'm growing it, but I have my fingers and hands mixed up. I also sent this in the Discord today because it was just plain stupid. But I want to get your guys' live reaction to this. I want to get your guys' reaction to this. I saw this. It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Skibbity Biden.
Skibbity Biden. Skibbity Biden. Skibbity Biden.
Oh.
Skibbity Biden.
Hold on, we gotta replay it.
Skibbity Biden.
Skibbity Biden. Skibbity Biden. Skibbity Biden. Skibbity Biden.
I'm cringing.
Trump is using Hitler's
Why?
language.
Like why?
Using Hitler's language. Skibbity.
Like why? Why was that needed to be made? I normally don't watch those guys, but I was scrolling next and I saw that. I'm like, okay, I'm curious. What is he talking about? And then I click and I'm like, oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh, it's bad. It's bad. Get him to a brain rot doctor. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So we did get another great video today too. Let me go here. And let me download this. I'm gonna show you guys another heckin' epic video we got.
Yo,
Take a listen to take a look at this video. This came out of Grok as well
it's your
today.
boy Biden dropping the hottest beat.
Feel the cats and kittens. Turn up the heat.
I love messing with AI. Man, we got Jesla saying that video is what goes on inside Sens fans' heads all day. I don't deny that. So here we go, up through center ice, moving out into the offensive end is the Senators with a chance down low. Going to be an easy save by Blackwood. Get him to the nursing home now. He's dropping beats with the cat ears. Oh my gosh. I remember back in your back in my day, we thought 9 plus 10 or 21 was funny. Over to the near side. The Avalanche going to move it on the far side, taking back into the defensive end, backing around to the far side. Back around the Avs, trying to clear the zone. Big pressure to the near side, and going to flip it up now successfully up into the center ice area. Moved on to the far side, down over in front of the net of Blackwood, working with that puck. Going to have a little bit of time here, trying to find a bit of a lane over to the far side, passing it up through center to the offensive end, trying to work with that puck. Going to be off of the stick of Natchez, and going to be moved out the other way into the offensive end of the Senators by Ottawa with a chance down low and back into the area to the far side. That was off the stick of Shane Pinto. Yeah, up to the top of the zone. Going to get cleared out by the Avalanche, but taken right back by Atram Zub. Now working with it to the far side. Going to be off the stick of Pinto. Top of the zone. Able to connect. Sending it in. A chance, a shot denied. Over to the far side. Down low behind the net. Trying to connect with Amadio. And that puck's going to get flipped up. And they're going to say it's off the Avalanche. We're looking at a power play. We are looking at a Senators power play. Yowzes. That'll be 2 for delay a game. That's going to be Sam Malinsky going to the sin bin for the delay a game. Just flipping it up out of the glass in the defensive end. Okay. So here we go, over to the near side. Passing down low with a chance, moving it up the other way. Going to be off the stick of Batherson to the offensive end for the Senators to the far side. Trying to get to it is Batherson, down low. Able to connect with Stutzel. Stutzel over to the far side, top of the zone, maintained by the Senators. Working with it. Again to the far side, sending it in front of the net. Shot, chance, not going to go. A beautiful opportunity, able to get cleared out by the Avalanche, but taken right back in by the Senators. And Colorado going to flip it back out of the zone again, all the way back in behind the net there of Raymer. Over to the far side, moving it up. 1:05 to go in the power play for the Senators. Wing-to-wing pass up on into the offensive end. They're going to go off the stick of Giroux. And over to the far side, down low, able to connect with Zetterlund. Top of the zone, and it's going to be taken out by Colorado. Taken right back by Ottawa in the neutral zone. Over to the near side, into the offensive end. Going to try and work with it now. Going to be off the stick of Shabbat. A chance, a shot, and going to be frozen up by Blackwood. Okay. Let me see here. Let me reload this. Man. Let's see. Let's move this over here and take a look at that. Okay. So here we go. Near side faceoff out of the defensive end for the Avs. Going to move it out the other way, clearing it out all the way. And going to be played off of the stick there of the goalie Raymer. Over to the far side, moving it up. The Ottawa Senators going to pass it back in the defensive end. Looking for some room. 27 seconds to go on that power play. Passing up on into the offensive end. A chance now. Greg going to send it around the near side. Taking it in front, top of the zone. A beautiful chance to the near side. Over to Shabbat. To the near side, still tied up along the top of the zone now. Shabbat passing across, shot denied, wide right. Into the corner to the near side, passing along the boards and going to get cleared out by the Avalanche. And that is going to do it for this Senators power play. Moving it out now the other way is going to be Ottawa up through center, passing it up into the offensive end, and puck actually goes out of play. Okay. We shall see. Okay. There we go. Taking a look at the last time on January 8th when these two teams met in Colorado. Things got quite chippy. And back into the defensive end. Going to be taken out by the Senators from Zub. Cross ice up on into the offensive end. Going to send it by Sanderson. Down low to the near side. Along the boards, the Avalanche going to move it out of their own end. Up on in towards the offensive end. Can they find some help? Taken right back by the Senators off the stick of Nick Cousins. Over to the near side. Up is going to be Michael Amadio. Into the near corner, down low. Battling for that puck in the Avalanche's defensive end. Trying to see who's going to come away with that puck. It is going to be cleared all the way out by the Avalanche. And going to give chase is the Senators. Back into the defensive end they go. Off the stick now of going to be Jake Sanderson with that puck. Back behind the net, trying to create some room. Watching him closely is going to be Parker Kelly of the Avalanche to the near side. Moving it all the way out the other way. The Senators able to beat out the icing. And in front of the net now, back in behind the net. The Senators trying to wrap it around over to the far side. Not able to connect. Top of the zone over to the near side. Over to Spence. Shot going to be denied. Top of the zone trying to keep it in. And it's going to be offside. Okay. So we shall see here. Flip the hat. We're going to flip the hat a little bit. So, ready to roll. First period. 15:28 to go in the period. Neutral zone draw towards the Avs defensive end, and Colorado going to win the draw. Working with it wing to wing out of the defensive end. Going to move it along the far side. Trying to move it up. And into the offensive end they're going to go. Taken back by the Senators. Over to the near side, going to clear it all the way out. Giving chase back in behind is going to be off the stick of Gerard. To the near side, able to connect off of the stick there of number 67, Middleton. Up and into the offensive end on a stretch pass. A chance across in front of the net, taken right back by the Senators, and they're going out the other way. Here comes your chance. 2-on-3 into the zone. Looking for some help is going to be off the stick of Cousins. Dylan Cousins. Over to the far side. Down low now behind the net. And loose in front of the net, going to be taken back out by the Avs to the near side. They're going to clear it all the way out of the zone. Going to be taken back off into the defensive end. Moving it up now off the stick of Jordan Spence into the offensive end to the far side. Down low. Puck taken away by the Senators. Trying to wrap it around. Shot quick, tight on Blackwood. Going to be denied. And over to the far side. Going to move it out the other way. Jack Drury of the Avalanche. Going to clear it all the way out. No icing into the near corner they go. Over to the far side. Again, the Senators trying to move it out if they can. A big tie-up along that far side boards. And now they're going to come away with it. The Senators are off stick of Zetterland. Up on into the offensive end. They go to the near corner. Tied up down low. Along the boards. Puck going to come loose. Taken back by the Avs for now. Back in behind the net. Going to be off the stick there. Number 84, Brent Burns. Going to move it out through center ice. And another tie-up at the center ice area. Puck goes loose, taken back in the defensive end by the Senators. Over to the near side, moving it up through the defensive end, up on into the neutral zone to the offensive end they go. Off the stick there of Amadio. Into the corner, taken up and going to get cleared out by the Avs. But the Senators going to take it back at the center ice area. Into the offensive end they go with a chance down low shot. Loose puck going to be frozen up by Blackwood. Okay. Go ahead and pull up NHL scores real quick for tonight. So we can take a look at the scores so far. The Isles up 2-1 on the Rangers at the end of the first period, and the Flyers and Blue Jackets tied at 1 with 9:25 to go in the first period as well. Okay. So how we doing, everybody? How we feeling? How we feeling as we're rocking through this nice little Wednesday night? Let's take a look on X, see if we got any other news. Just to see if we got anything there. Okay. We shall see. Okay. So let's see if we got any news over there. Just to see if we got anything. Okay. Oh? That's not true, is it? Yeah, that's from last year. I was about to say, there's no way Myles Garrett's trying to get out of Cleveland again after the Jim Schwartz move or news. So it is crazy that Jim Schwartz might legitimately... Oh my gosh. It's crazy that he's going to be, like, leaving after all that. So here we go. The Avs from back in behind their own net, looking to move it out to the far side. Taken back by the Senators to the offensive end with a chance taken right back off of the stick of the Avs. Off the stick there of Parker Kelly. Into the near corner, down low, taken back by the Senators. Battling it over to the far side off of Borgal. Tied up along the far sideboards. Moving it up to the top of the zone to the near side. A chance, a shot denied. A nice easy denial by Reimer. To the near side corner, down low. Up to the top of the zone. Going to be kept in by Malinsky. Over to the far side. Shot. Going to go wide left to the near side. Down low. Behind the net. Over to the far side. That puck goes loose. Going to be taken out immediately by Zetterlund. Through center. Dumping it into the offensive end. Forcing the Avs to give chase. Back over to the far side. Over to the near. Off the stick of Cale Makar. And going to pass it over to the near side. Going to be off the stick of Girard. Dumping it up into the offensive end to the far side. Taken right back by Sanderson. Tied up in the near side corner down low. Along the boards towards the top of the zone. And that puck gets cleared all the way out. Wing to wing pass by the Avs in the defensive end. Moving it up to the far side. Trying to punch it through. And going to be taken right back over to the near side. Off of the stick there and into the offensive end from Nick Cousins. To the near side they go. Tied up behind the net. And going to go loose to the near side on that puck. Big physicality along the board. That's what I like to see out of both these teams right now. And moving it out the other way, the Avalanche going to try and pass it up through center. Take it right back. Into the offensive end. They're going to send it. You know what? I think we're going to take off the hoodie. We're going to take off the hoodie right now. So, over, top through center, all the way out behind the net of Reimer. Moving that puck to the far side towards the top of the zone. Going to be taken out by the Senators right now. Back. Got Radical Jackson. This game goes to OT and Avs win. I have ESP. Well, hey, we'll see. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I mean, it doesn't surprise me if the Avs win just because it's the Avs. But it would shock me to see it go to overtime. But then again, Ottawa has been dominating all phases of the game right now. So over to the near side, up on into the offensive end. It gets dumped. Tied up into the near corner for that puck. Going to come loose along the boards. Now to the far side. Back around to the near in front. Chance by the Avs. And that puck's still going to be loose now to the near side. Taken out by the Senators. Back over to the far side. And moving it up the other way. Up through center. And into the offensive end of the near side they'll go. Tied up around the near side. Still tied up along the boards. Passing down low. And over to that far side. Going to be taken right up there. Going to be off the stick of number 19, Batherson. And moving out the other way is going to be the Avs. Up into the offensive end they go, looking for some help. And going to send it down low. Another tie up in the near side corner. Moving it out to the far side. The Avalanche trying to take it back to the near side. Ugh. Yeah, puck gonna be taken back in the defensive end by the Avs. Moving it up now through center. And dumping it into the offensive end around the near side. Back over to the far, back across to the near. And the Senators going to flip it up, clear it out of the zone, but the Avs going to take it right back along the near side boards. Intercepted by the Senators in the neutral zone. Trying to punch it to the offensive end, going to send it around the far to the near side. Back again to the far side. And again around to the near, top of the zone, in front of the net. Chance for the Senators, but not able to maintain it. Now along to the near side. Going to be off the stick of Lars Eller. And going to move it around the near side, taken back by the Avs. Up through center. Can they control it? No, they cannot. To the near side. Moving it up, the Senators trying to punch it into the offensive end of the near side corner down low. Big collision along the boards. Tied up for that puck. Goes loose to the far side. Going to be taken by the Colorado Avalanche. How's it going on? You know how you doing, brother? To the near side. Moving it around. Don't mind the hair. I'm in the midst of trying to get this hoodie off, but there's not really a good time to get this hoodie off because there's a lot of action. Now's the time. Cale Makar with that puck over to the far side. Going to send it. And moving it up through center into the offensive end. We got an offside on the Avalanche. You know what? I might throw on the football jersey I got down here instead. I'm going to throw the Mahler jersey on. We're doing a little bit of wardrobe mid-game. Pens logo looks different. Oh, that's good. That's good. We cover a lot. We cover more than just Pens. Granted, Pittsburgh does get preferential treatment. Oh, boy. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay. I just wish the stinking throat would get better, you know? I've been trying. I've been fighting it. I just wish it would get better, bro. Oh, man. Well, let's see. Let me go ahead and take a look over here, see how we're doing on this. Also, I said it once before, but I am going to say it again. We do have a new series coming over to the gaming channel. So for those of you guys who like a little bit of gaming, like just chill, have a good time in the back end, there is a new series coming to that as well. I'm working on a video on the back end for that. I spent today doing that, getting the legwork set up at least for the beginning of the series. Then it's going to be pretty consistent to get it out pretty relatively quickly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that out hopefully tomorrow or Friday. So something for you guys to keep an eye out for there as well. Oh my gosh, my voice. Hopefully we don't have a coughing fit like we had the other day. That was not fun. That was not fun at all. Okay. Let's see. Been trying to watch, but schoolwork is getting. Oh, it's all good, bro. It's all good. It's actually gonna be a very fun series. It's not gonna be a live series. It's gonna be a video series. And you know, I'll go out and spill part of the beans. It's a President's Play series I'm working on. It's a fun little project. I figured it's a project to work on storytelling, see what I can come up with on that, and it also gives a voice a little bit of a rest as well, while still getting content out on that channel, so I don't have to go live 3 times a week on that channel. We got D-Far. You're freaking awesome, brother. You are freaking awesome, man. So over to the far side, down low, behind the net, around to the near side. The Avs going to clear it up through center, into the offensive end, and puck going to get cleared right back out again. Into the offensive end, a chance passing across for the Senators, going to be intercepted by the Avs. Moving it out the other way, off the stick of Brock Nelson into the offensive end. Looking for some help and going to lose control of it, taken away by Shabbat. And into the neutral zone, the Avs get it back into the offensive end. They're going to punch it. So, over to the far side, moving it up across to the near. But yeah, I get it with schoolwork, bro. I was in that for the last 4 years. So, it's weird not having schoolwork right now, you know? This is the first year of my life, really since I was like 5, that I haven't had, like, school. So, it's just weird. You know what I mean? So, here we go to the near side. That puck going to get sent back in behind the net, over to the far side, off the stick of John Manson. Gonna move it out the near side as the Avalanche, trying to move it out of the defensive end. Up through center into the offensive end, gonna send it, and it goes out of play. Okay. Let's see. What got you into streaming? I always wanted to do it, but I'm camera shy. You know, it's really something that, I'm going to be honest, right? I've done stuff on YouTube off and on for about 11 years. I'm kind of trying to have a variety of classes. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, I got into streaming because I for whatever reason, whenever I was younger, I was like gravitated towards YouTube videos and wanting to make them. It was really just an internal drive. Then as things got going, it's like, let me try this live streaming thing. You know what I mean? Because for me, I've learned that editing, all of these super high gloss edits, that's not me. You've seen my videos. My videos are some of the most basic edits you'll see under the sun. A chance, a shot denied by the Senators. You know, but for me, I've realized that for my personality, I tend to do more with the live camera. I tend to do better on the live camera than I do with the editing. I'm not saying that I don't edit, you know. I do edit when I need to. But really, that kind of stuff just speaks to me a lot more. Lets me do more of what I enjoy to do. So really, it's just a matter of just getting into it, you know what I mean? I tried it, and I'm like, you know what? I like this. Let me keep doing it, you know? And if it weren't for college, I would have been doing this for 5 years by now, because I was starting it up in the middle of college, and I loved doing it, but every time, just college got too much to keep it consistently going. But it's something that I just had that drive for, you know what I mean? It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Even though at times we've had 8-bit streams and other fun stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's an internal drive that's been building over the years. Because I know for me that I'm not a big edit guy. Like, I'm not a Hollywood producer. So for me, I try to let the personality shine through by going live. You know? Hopefully that helps to answer your question. Over to the near side, into the offensive end for the Avs. Going to be off the stick there of Nikushkin. And to the top of the zone, back in behind the net, over to the near side. Can they connect? Not really. And the Senators are going to move it out the other way. And into the defensive end, the Sens moving it along the board, still tied up for that puck, comes loose, taken back into the defensive end, going to be off the stick of Nick Jensen. To the far side, puck goes loose, kept by the Avs, now a chance in front, cannot connect on the pass. Over to the far side, dumping it up into the offensive end for the Senators. Here comes your foot race for that puck into the corner. Big collision there with Grieg in the middle of it for the Senators, and the Avs come away with it to the near side, down low, over to the far. Going to move it up along the boards, passing up through center, taken by the Avs still, back into the defensive end, they're going to go. Looking to move it around to the near side, off of the stick there of number 84, Brent Burns. And taken back by the Senators, moving it into the offensive end, a chase down to the corner, big hit along the boards up against John Manson. To the top of the zone, the Senators with the puck, a chance behind the net, looking for some help, looking for somewhere to go, another tie-up behind the net now, in the trapezoid. And that puck going to go loose to the far side, going to be taken out the other way by the Avs. Moving it up now through center, and losing control of it for leaving it back to Nathan McKinnon. Into the far side, they're moving. And up the other way, here comes a chance, a one-on-one, a breakaway chance for the Senators, not able to really get it. It was a late developing breakaway that just was not able to get much done. So the Sens going to send it back in behind. That's cool. That's cool. So you decide on hockey. I think your channel will grow if you did like review stuff too, kind of like that hockey guy does. You know, I've not seen that hockey guy. I might have seen his thumbnails, but I don't know him offhand. But I have a couple of other videos planned. But I think I'm really kind of trying to take more of the Tom Grossi approach. You know, the reactions, the coverage, occasional tier lists. A nice save there by the Senators. So that's kind of my thought on that. And then we also got the gaming channel as well as something else we do on the side. A little bit of fun there as well. What we try to have. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice little mix of stuff, you know? And that's why I like the basic edit stuff, you know what I mean? Like the video I produced today between yesterday and today for the gaming channel. It was a very basic edit on a voiceover. You know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff that I really enjoy more of as opposed to the high gloss, high production. I mean, that's just not me. You guys have seen my videos. That's not me. You know, you guys have seen the Steelers fan reaction to the Steelers hiring Mike McCarthy. I'm not the high gloss, high foo-foo, you know what I mean? That's just not who I am. I know me, that's not where I do my best work. So, for me, I try to do the best I can, knowing what I can do. So, that's the other thing, is it's knowing yourself. It's really knowing yourself as well. Like, if you know that you're not going to be able to commit, 2 or 3 hour block of time to going live at certain points, maybe long forms are better for you. Maybe just standard long form production. Or if you shine more in your edits, then maybe, those long forms are better for you if you shine more as like a producer kind of guy. But for me, I know that's not me. And that's kind of where I said, you know what? I'm going to give this streaming thing a shot. And, we started with football. We still do football when we can. But I picked up hockey, and hockey was something that was kind of like a big provider of growth for the channel. So that's an indicator to me that this is something that people want. And if it's something that people want and I can provide it, I want to provide it. You know what I mean? That's kind of where the decision to do hockey came from. It was a couple of test games and, wanting to go off of that. But here we go. We got a far side draw in the Colorado Avs offensive end. Waiting on the drop. And it's a false face-off. Going to redraw again. We have 4:14 to go in the first period. 6 shots on goal for the Senators, 3 for the Avs. Senators not having a shot on goal in the last little bit here. The Avs have finally started to get back to what makes Avs hockey. Over to the far side. It's going to be taken up by the Sens up through center. Here comes a chance. 3-on-2 into the zone. Passing across. Going to be broken up off of the stick of Cale Makar. And tied up into that far corner. Down low. Still tied up. Trying to move it around. Still tied up for that puck in the corner. Moving up the boards. And puck going to get jarred loose to the top of the zone to the near side. It's going to be Zub. A chance for the Sens. Shot going to go wide. Over to the far side. Along the boards. Down low. Going to be taken by Natchez. And going to move it out the far side. Natchez passing up for the Avs and into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Sens to the near side to the offensive end. Down low with a chance. And not a lot of places to go there for him. That's going to be off of Cousins. And here we go. Into the offensive end to the near side. In the Avs offensive end. A chance shot by the Avs. Not going to go loose. Puck going to be frozen right back up again off of Reimer. All right. So let's see. We got Speed Antique saying when we get blacked out, want commentary, watch party's worthless. Oh man, well, I try to provide the best play-by-play I can. So we got a near side draw. Going to be taken off of Drury against number 28. Going to be off of Giroux. And waiting on that draw in the offensive end for the Avs. And getting the boot is going to be Drury. So now it's going to be number 16. That's going to be Makar. Over to the far side. Sending it around the far side along the boards. The Avs trying to get some sort of a chance. But the Sens working now behind the net to the near side. Back in behind to the far. Trying to punch it up through the neutral zone. They will. But taken back into the defensive end by the Avs to the near side. Through center into the offensive end they go with a chance down low. Not able to connect to the far side. Trying to move that puck around. And going to be taken to the near side by the Sens. Behind the net. Over to the far side again. Along the boards. And here comes your chance into the offensive end. But not able to control it is Batherson. But we got a penalty. It's going to be a tripping call up against the Colorado Avalanche. All right. So the Sens going to go on the power play again. Oh, sorry, it's hooking. My bad. Not tripping. It's 2 for hooking. He can't be a hooker. Okay. So here we go. Let's take a look over at the poll in the chat. We got 14 votes, and 79% of Ian's are splitting for the Avs tonight. So here we go. Ready to move it up. We got a near side draw. Going to be taken off of the stick of Nelson up against Pinto. And Pinto going to win it for the Sens over to the top of the zone with a chance. A shot. Going to get redirected off some bodies and cleared out of the zone by the Avs. That's going to be taken off the stick of number 72, Shabbat. Up through center into the offensive end. Going to try and send it now to the far side. Looking for some help along the boards. Not a lot of help to be given. Puck gets tied up and cleared out again. Back in behind the net there of Raymer. Over to the near side. Taken up now. Going to be off the stick of Shabbat. Going to pass back. Through center they go. Currently in the UPS truck trying to stay awake. Thank you. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. So over to the far side. Moving it along the boards. That's going to be off the stick of Pinto. Trying to find some help. Trying to find a lane. Passing down low. Not able to really get much with Zetterlund. Up to the top of the zone again. Back over to Zetterlund. Zetterlund along the boards. Passing down low. Going to move it up is Pinto. Trying to find some help. Going to send it down low, right in front of the net, a chance, but not going to be played. Nice job by Brent Burns to break up that chance. Puck gets tied up. Over to the near side in front of the net, a chance, a shot. What a save by Blackwood. Bodies collide. Everybody grab your partner. Grab your partner and shove them down. Big collisions at the net right after that save with 50 seconds to go on that Ottawa power play. Wow. Although I want to see that hit. One of those hits, if Brian Rust got 3 games, one of those hits is going to result in a 1 game. Brian Rust got shafted. I'm sorry. I can't help but say it. Rust got shafted. But here we go. Top of the zone. The Senators over to the near side along the boards. Off the stick of Sanderson. Sending it down low. Shot not going to go. Along the boards over on the far side. Trying to move it up, going to be able to connect with Dylan Cousins, top of the zone, back down over the far side again, across to the near side, up to the point, moving it around is going to be Sanderson, looking for some help down to the near side, off of the stick of Stutzel, to the far side again. Working with it from the top of the zone, trying to find some help is going to be off the stick of Cousins, nowhere to go, down low, and able to connect with Batherson up to the top of the zone, to the point, back down again on a return pass. Down at the line, now going to be back up along the boards on the far side. With a chance now from the circle, top of the zone to Sanderson. Sanderson near side, chance, shot! And not going to go. Puck goes high, goes off the glass, and gets cleared out. A beautiful chance by Brady Tkachuk, but not able to punch it in. The Senators now out of the defensive end. Wing-to-wing pass to the far side, over to the near. Moving it up through center into the offensive end for the Senators of the near side. Passing across from Pinto. Down low, that power play did expire. We are under 30 seconds to go in the period. Over to the near side, going to be off the stick of McKinnon. And the Avs trying to move it back out the other way, taking back into the defensive end. 18 seconds to go in the first period. Over to the near side, able to move it out and going to move it up into the offensive end. Here comes your chance for the Avs. Off the stick of Natchez on the far side, down low, back in behind the net towards the near to McKinnon. McKinnon passing in front of the net, not able to connect, taken back out by the Senators. They're going to clear it out, and that'll do it for this first period with the score. The Colorado Avalanche, nothing. The Ottawa Senators, nothing. Shots on goal are 4 for the Avs and 9 for the Senators after that first period. But the Senators not able to convert on 2 power play opportunities. A big conversion there for the Avs to be able to keep that defense going. Wow. I still can't believe Tkachuk missed it. He had a wide open corner to hit that puck, and he just missed it. Wow. Honestly, the way this period went, I'd say going in 0-0 is a win for Colorado. Because the Senators had a lot of opportunities. They could have easily been up 2 or 3-0 right now. Easily. I mean, they had multiple chances on that first power play. They had a chance in that last power play. They had, I believe, a shot even before they went on the power play. So there were a lot of good chances this period for the Ottawa Senators to convert. And it still is a 0-0 game. So that is definitely a win, I would say, for the Colorado Avalanche to get out of that with 0-0. From the Senators, I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to get out of that period with something. But, you know. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. So basically the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame in the NFL is saying, hey, we're gonna remove members because the fans are outraged that Bill Belichick didn't make it on his first. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer when he was carried by Tom Brady. That's logical. Not to mention all the Deflate Gates, the Spygate scandals. Nah, we don't think about that. I mean, come on. Was Belichick a good coach? Yes. Was he good enough to be a first ballot Hall of Famer? No. I will die on that hill. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's my thing with that whole mess. It's a mess. Everybody is all up in arms about it. But I think the right decision was made. I really think the right decision was made there. Let's see here. Again, just see if we got any news on X real quick. Let's take a look at around the league. What other score updates do we have? So, with about halfway through the second, the Isles still up 2-1 on the Rangers. And at the end of the first, the Blue Jackets have a 2-1 lead over the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's go ahead and take a look at who scored those goals. Let me actually move my call sheets over to here. Yeah, let me go ahead over here and pull up NHL.com/scores. So your goals in that Rangers-Isles game, for those who do care. You had Andre Palat getting the first goal of the game. It was a power play goal, and his first goal as an Islander after getting traded yesterday, assisted by Holmstrom and Schaefer. Then Simon Holmstrom, assisted by D'Angelo and Peugeot, gets up to 2-0, and then Mika Zibanejad getting a power play goal assisted by JT Miller and Gavrikov to make it 2-1. Although it does look like there might be a power play coming up for the Islanders as well. Maybe go up to 3-1 there. In the Flyers-Blue Jackets game, the Blue Jackets jumped out to a 1-0 lead by Charlie Coyle's goal, assisted by Olivier and Werenski, followed up by Travis Konechny scoring a goal to tie it up at 1 apiece, assisted by York and Jolson. And then Kirill Marchenko, assisted by Werenski and Fantilli, give the Blue Jackets a 2-1 edge with 20 seconds to go in the first period, or 20 seconds left in the first period. And they got another 20 seconds of 4-on-4 time as well, as they start, or when they start second period. So let's see. Again, going into our game center here real quick, just take a look at some of the detailed stats. Shots on goal, again, as stated, 4 for the Avs, 9 for the Senators. The Sens winning 5 faceoffs, the Avs winning 9. The Avs have not yet had a power play opportunity, but the Sens have not converted on 2, as the Avs have the game's only 4 PIMs. The Senators dishing out 9 hits to only 5 by the Avs. 3 block shots for Colorado to 1 for Ottawa. 6 giveaways, which is a key stat for the Colorado Avalanche in that period, to only 4 for the Ottawa Senators, and 2 takeaways by the Senators to 1 for the Avs. Again, this is the last time these two teams will play each other, barring meeting in the Stanley Cup, which, let's just say that's not going to happen. The Ottawa Senators need to make the playoffs first, which is statistically, there's more likely that you win the lottery than they make the playoffs. So, just saying. The 2 penalties in this period as well. Sam Malinsky got 2 minutes for delay of game, and then Taylor McCarr got 2 minutes for hooking. Those were your penalties there. Your shots on goal are going to be as follows real quick for the Colorado Avalanche. The 4 shots on goal break down as follows. 1 shot on goal for number 29, Nathan McKinnon. 1 shot on goal for number 8, Cale Makar. And 2 shots on goal for number 70, Sam Malinsky. Shots on goal for the Ottawa Senators. They are 9. They break down as follows. 1 shot on goal for number 7, Brady Tkachuk. 1 shot on goal for number 18, Tim Stützle. 1 shot on goal for number 19, Drake Batherson. 1 shot on goal for number 24, Dylan Cousins. 2 shots on goal for number 28, Claude Giroux. 1 shot on goal for number 2, Atram Zub. 1 shot on goal for number 72, Thomas Chabot. And 1 shot on goal for number 85, Jake Sanderson. Those are your shots on goal for that first period, your penalties, and everything else in the game that we have updates on. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple other things as we do here. See if we got any other news on X. We got big news out of New York. The Rangers not going to be playing Artemi Panarin before the break, which is kind of big. They don't want to risk the injury to Panarin, lowering his value, which is understandable. It is understandable. Let me check over in the Discord as well. See if we got any other news. Do we got anyone giving us any news out of Discord? Does not appear so. It does not appear so. Okay. So we shall see. Man. Again, let's just see here. So again, just kind of seeing if we got any other news. If you guys got anything as well, let me know in the chat. I am keeping an eye on that as well. Overall, this period was kind of a tale of 2 periods. The first, actually 3 periods, I should say. The first half of the first third of the period was all dominated by Ottawa. Then Colorado got their act together. Then after that penalty, Ottawa just started pressing like crazy, even after the power play expired. So that's the big thing, is that you saw 3 periods in 1 there. And the question is, will the Avs be able to play their brand of hockey? Or the Senators going to keep playing pesky like they have been so far? We will have to see. We will have to see. Again, just kind of taking a look here. Oh my gosh, Bedard always having something against the Wild. That's crazy. Let's see. Streaming tomorrow. I am looking into streaming tomorrow. I believe I had an idea of covering a game at 10. Let me double check what I was looking at. I think we were talking the Stars and Knights game. I could be wrong, but I think that's the one I'm looking at covering tomorrow. So, yeah, it's a little bit tough right now, especially because I've been dealing with a little bit of something in my throat. I don't know if it's the vocal cords or something, but there's definitely pain there that I'm fighting through. So it's all going to depend kind of on how that's feeling as well. But the streaming schedule should be released either later tonight, like late tonight, or tomorrow. I'm hoping to get it out by then, so that you guys can know when I'll be streaming throughout the next week. I do release those every week for everyone to know. So, for sure. I would stream coverage of the Penguins game, but I have stuff that I already have to do. I already have other commitments. So, I can't do it at 7. I'll be watching that game for sure. Maybe. The more I think about it, we might do that. We might not. We'll see. Because I also want to do a Pens fans reaction to that game. I'd say it's a toss-up. I would say it's a toss-up on whether or not we stream tomorrow. Because I do want to do a Pens fans reaction to the Blackhawks game, but if I don't do it, I don't do it. Not a big deal. We'll see what happens. Best way to stay posted is by just keeping an eye out on the post tab on the YouTube channel. Just to kind of see when the streaming schedule comes out. I will be releasing it again either late tonight or tomorrow. So, we shall see. Let me see. So again, just kind of taking a look here at some other news. Oh, that's Cleveland doing a time lapse of the snow squall yesterday. That was crazy. Whoa! Aaron Rodgers might not be coming back to the Steelers. And not for reasons that we would think. Omar Khan reportedly told Rodgers, you got a month. That is crazy. That's crazy. They're actually putting their foot down. Wow. That's good. That is good. That was the problem they had last year. Was they're like, if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, oh well, we'll be good. Okay. So yeah, we shall see what we got going. I don't really see much other news right now. How's it going, Colin? For a good story, I got a TV for the new office, and it was delayed in shipping. Called Amazon, and they said return it and order again. So I got a refund, and the TV showed up at my doorstep this morning. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's crazy. That'll be fun. That's great. Oh man. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Again, just taking a look here at the what? Somebody faked an Indeed job of offensive coordinator, New York Jets. Oh my gosh. I didn't order again, so yeah, free TV. Oh. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Better than what I did today. I spent all day today working on a new series for the gaming channel. I am looking at doing a President's Play type of series on the gaming channel. It's a fun little side project. Work on storytelling, you know what I mean, through the lens of gaming. So, I'm looking forward to getting the first video out on that series within a couple days. Maybe tomorrow, hopefully by Friday. Just see what we got. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we shall see. Let me reload X here. And see if we got any other news, anything on a new reload. Tap for a terrible program. Discord's not a terrible program. Bro, I love Discord. I missed what you said about the gaming channel. I worked today on a new series. I'm gonna do a President's Play style of series, which resulted in some pretty funny antics, actually. So as we were, oh, that's not what I want. As I was trying to get some stuff set up for the gaming channel for a President's Play type of series, we got this gem.
Yo, it's your boy Biden dropping the hottest beats.
Fill the cats and kittens, turn up the heat.
And we also got, where was it? Was it this? Oh no, that was
your boy Biden.
that was that. We need this.
Folks, listen up. This is huge. True version. Just leak. They Poma the Alaman and Nick San Farm.
We have no clue what he was trying to say. But yeah, I was messing around with that kind of stuff today because I got the groundwork laid out today. I created some images of gamer presidents, so to speak. Started scripting the first video. I'm going to record it. Hopefully after the stream, I'm going to try to record the gameplay for it so that I can put the video together. Hopefully by a couple days from now, Friday at the latest. Hopefully, it'll be a fun little thing to have going because I enjoy those kind of videos. Those are really awesome just to see how everybody goes at each other on that. Oh my gosh. What happened to the University of Miami? What even happened at the University of Miami? I'm lost. The University of Miami is aware of the exchange that occurred between students Tuesday afternoon. We strongly support our students' rights to freedom of expression. However, we understand lines can be crossed. As such, the university has proactive policies in place to ensure the safety and well-being of all students. I'm guessing it was like a weapons trade or something? I guess? But yes, that's the big thing I spent today working on. That way, everything's all lined up and ready to go. That way we can get it going tomorrow. Okay, so we are getting ready for the second period of action here momentarily. They're back here in the arena. Okay. You can take a look at Blackwood, how he was playing. He was playing pretty well. But we shall see. Yeah, little J Bike saying, "Vinny, a score. I need some money." That do be true. Oh, it's a new period, so a new game effectively. So let's see if we can make something happen. So here we go. Second period of action, ready to roll. Center ice draw. Avs going from left to right. The Sens from right to left, and Colorado wins the draw. Over to the far side along the boards into the offensive end. They're going to send it, and it's going to be a Colorado icing. Okay. I mean, granted, this game could have easily been 2-0 right now. It very easily could have been 2-0. It's been incredible goaltending and incredible efforts by the Colorado Avalanche by Mackenzie Blackwood. So, that's the tough thing is Mackenzie Blackwood's not going to let that happen. But here we go. We got an offensive zone draw for the Senators. Got a false draw. And here we go. Near side face-off. Going to be won by the Avs. Taking it back into the area behind the net. Over to the far side. Going to kick it out off the stick of Burns. And tied up along the corner. Back in behind the net. Racing for that puck. Trying to pass it back to Burns on the far side. They connect. Passing across. Taken back by the Sens in the offensive end. A chance passing across top of the zone. Working with that puck. Down low. Not able to find anyone. Going to get cleared out by the Avs at the blue line. And moving it up through center. Dumping it into the offensive end they go. Backing around to the near side. Over to the far. Working with it. Trying to move it up along the boards. Taken back by the Avs. Working with it behind the net. Over towards the near side. Going to get jarred loose. And going to get moved out the other way. That's going to be taken back by the Avs in the defensive end. Working with it. Moving it up through center. And into the offensive end. Battling for that puck. Taking back a chance here. Off of the stick there of Natchez. A chance over to the near side. Shot by Burns. Redirected shot. Not going to go. A beautiful chance. That was actually McCarr on that shot. Over to the near side. Moving it up along the boards into the offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Avs. That's going to be Cal McCarr trying to get there. Tied up into the near corner. McCarr with that puck. Going to move it up along the near side. Through center they go. Passing back. Trying to reconnect. He's going to be punched into the offensive end for the Senators by Nick Cousins. Down low with a chance. Going to be Amadio to the top of the zone. Working with it. Sending it. Shot. Gonna be a loose in front shot. Gonna be a nice little redirect by Blackwood. Over to the far side. Moving it up is the Avs along the center ice area. Trying to find some help now into the offensive end. Passing back, passing down low again to the far side. Trying to connect. Zub trying to get there as well, though, for the Senators. Over to the near side. Over to Nick Cousins. Passing back. Working with that puck is going to be Jake Sanderson with that puck. Trying to find some help. Waiting to watch it is going to be Gavin Brindley. Right in front of the goalie. And Sanderson to the far side. Going to pass it up along the boards. Gets redirected. And that puck tied up on the far side. Moving into that corner. And going to get tied up to the top, towards the top of the zone off of the stick of Keaton Middleton. Back down low behind the net. Over to the near side. Batherson. Working with it to the far side along the boards, top of the zone, able to redirect to the near side. Trying to find somewhere to go, sending it down in is going to be off the stick of Clevin. Over to the far side they go. Still with possession, the Senators. Can they control it to the top of the zone? Puck gets cleared all the way out. Giving chase is going to be taken back by the Senators for now. Puck goes loose behind the net after a big physical hit. Along the near side boards, puck gets cleared out again, but it's going to be icing Ottawa. Okay. So we shall see here. Let me go ahead and get a little reload Doty. And take a look at what we are doing. Okay. So here we go. We got a draw on the far side circle in the offensive end of the Avs. Waiting on that draw here. One shot apiece this period so far. And going to be won by the Senators to the far side along the boards. Taken back by the Avs in front shot. Going to go redirected back in behind the net towards the near side. And the Senators going to flip it up in the air. Taken back down at center. And into the near side. And going to be loose. Taken back by the Avs. Into their offensive end. Down low with a chance to the near side. Passing across. And going to be taken back by Ottawa. Wing to wing pass. Over to the far side. Into the offensive end. A chance down low. He shoots. He scores! That going to be number 21, Nick Cousins on the goal for the Senators. All right. That was a very high-pitched horn. Yes, sir, Onion. We finally got a goal in this game. Well, it took us a little while. Let me grab my thin blanket. It's a little, not as cold down here as it has been these last couple days. It's not a bad horn, but I'm a sucker for those low drones. You know what I mean? I'm a sucker when it comes to those low drones as opposed to like the beep beep. That just sounds like a Toyota Prius horn. No offense if you drive a Prius, but yes, no, yes, no. I love Senators, but bid Avs. Oh man, I chose Ottawa to win. Colorado looking like frauds, not gonna lie. Well, the problem is every team has that kind of month if they're gonna be competitive. Either it happens in the regular season where they have a month of struggle, or it happens in the postseason. You don't want to have it in the postseason. Puck goes out of play, by the way, on a shot by the Senators. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens, that every team, I mean, look at the teams like the Bruins a couple years ago. President's Trophy winners, record high points, because they never had that month of struggle. And then they get axed in the first round. It always happens. It's just a matter of when is it going to happen. And with this team, it could happen. It looks like it's happening right now. This is going to make me think of them more as cup contenders, actually, because you're going to have that month, especially in the NHL right now. So, here we go. Over to the far side along the boards. The faceoff won by Lake and into the far side. Moving it up through center to the near side. Taken back by the Senators on that loose puck. Tied up along the boards. Back into the defensive end of the Senators. They're going to take it. Trying to move it out. Going to be off the stick of Nick Jensen. And moving it into the offensive end. A chance to the near side on a pass. Not able to connect. Down low to the near side along the boards. These Avs moving it out. Passing across up through center off the stick of Natchez. Into the offensive end. They send it back in behind the net to the far side corner along the boards. Moving it up towards the top of the zone. A Senator loses his stick. And going to be moved into the offensive end by Ottawa. Giving a chase down low to the near side. Bodies colliding. Puck goes loose over to the far side. And let's see. Moving it up into the offensive end. A chance towards the boards on the far side. Sending it down low off of the stick of Nikushkin. And taken out the other way by Ottawa. Nick Cousins into the offensive end. 4-on-2, and it's going to be offside. What team y'all got? I don't know nothing about this dumb money at this point. Oh, man. The thing is, I got Colorado winning this. I think Colorado is going to rise to the occasion. But Ottawa is playing for their season on the line. You know, at this point, Ottawa would need to basically go on a generational run in order to be able to make a playoff push. They definitely need help, and they would need to make something. So here we go. Over to the far side, the Avs out of the defensive end. Passing across to the near side, trying to hit Nathan McKinnon into the offensive end. Chase to the top of the zone. Natchez over towards McKinnon. Can't connect. McKinnon to the far side. Working with it around the boards. Passing across. Near side shot by Natchez. Going to go wide right. Going to be taken back by McKinnon towards the top of the zone. And the Senators move it out of the zone. Taken back over to the near side by the Avs. Natchez looking for some help in the neutral zone to the near side. And going to get dumped into the offensive end. Over to the far side, moving it around, a big collision. Oh my gosh, Nathan McKinnon is down. Oh no, it's Natchez, my bad. I thought it was McKinnon. Thankfully, it's not McKinnon, but it's Natchez. He's down big after that hit. Ooh, he's getting a lot. He's in a lot of pain. He's not bearing any weight on that right leg. He's not bearing any weight on that right leg. That was not a good hit. You knew it was bad as soon as it happened. He dished the hit, and he was down. He dished the hit on Zub, and just went right down after it. Ooh, the left leg. Ugh. It was that right leg that went down early and under. Wow. So here we go. Center ice draw to the near side. Natchez going to the dressing room. Back on into the defensive end along the near side boards. Top of the zone. Going to be taken out by the Avs now. Taken back by Ottawa. Back into their defensive end. Moving it along the boards. Dumping it into the offensive end of the near side. Going to be played back off of the stick there of Burns. Along the boards of the far side. Going to get cleared all the way out. And it's going to be Colorado icing. Hopefully Natchez will be all good, but Colorado only one shot on goal this period. Ottawa with 2, but they are getting outshot 11-5. The Avs are. Okay. Oh, here we go. Got a far side draw in the offensive end of the Senators. And over to the far side, going to get cleared out by the Avs. Taken back by the Senators in the defensive end. On the far side to the near side, up through center. Taken right back by the Avs into the offensive end. They go 3-on-2 into the zone. Looking for some help. Passing in front. Shot not going to go. Over to the far side along the boards. Tied up for that puck in the open ice now. And that puck going to go and get cleared way out of play over the benches. So hopefully Natchez will be all right. He was grabbing at that like right kind of hammy. So we will see. We will see. So again, just taking a look on X, seeing if we got any news. Actually, do we have any other news from goals around the league? Oh my gosh, it was Goalapalooza in the last 10 minutes of that second period. 3 more goals on the board, 5-2. What's for dinner? I had Pizza Hut for dinner. I had some Pizza Hut. Got a thin and crispy double pepperoni pizza with some wings and some breadsticks. It's pretty good. But yeah, actually we had 4 more goals, in that period. We have a 5-2 Islanders lead. And Matthew Barzal, assisted by Holmstrom and Horvat, getting the goal to make it 3-1 Isles. Then Jean-Gabriel Pajot getting a goal to make it 4-1 Islanders, assisted by Gatcombe and McLean. Then the Rangers, Taylor Radish makes it 4-2, assisted by Laba and Borgen. And then Emil Heineman gets a goal, assisted by Pellich and Palat. Palat with a 2-point night, 1 goal, 1 assist already in his debut with the Isles. And they make it a 5-2 game there. The Blue Jackets, Eric Goodbranson, also assisted by Sillinger and Coyle, getting a goal to make it 3-1. 1:58 into the second period. They have 8:42 to go in that second period for the record. So, and that's actually, I believe, the second point for Coyle. I think Coyle has a goal and an assist too. Yeah, he had the game's opening goal. And again, the assists on that Cousins goal were Zub and Stutzel. So here we go. Far side draw. Going to be in the Avs offensive end. Face-off won by the Senators over to the far side along the boards. Moving it up into the offensive end, clearing it all the way out, and it's going to be icing Ottawa. Okay. In the meantime, let's take a look on X while we are waiting on that next draw. Okay. So here we go, over to the near side along the boards, and faceoff going to be taken out by the Sens, punching it into the offensive end. A race for that puck, no icing. And over to the far side along the boards, going to be moved along by Brock Nelson. Back in front, taken back by the Avs along the boards, trying to move it out of that defensive end in a very dangerous area right along the boards. Puck goes loose to the near side. Able to move it out, taken back by the Avs in the defensive end to the far side. And going to pass it up to the near side, up through center to the near side again. Dumping it into the offensive end behind the net, over towards the far side, across to the near from Sanderson. And moving it up into the offensive end. Here comes your chance down low, looking for some help, slip sliding away. Over to the near side, a chance, a shot. Going to be denied by McKinnon, of all people. Over to the far side to the top of the zone, working with that puck, passing down, and going to be back in behind the net. Over towards the near side, they move right along the boards. Still going to be tied up for that puck. Coming loose over to the far side. And going to be tied up with Kachuk this time, but the Avs going to come away with it to the far side. Up through center they go. Into the offensive end, looking to pass it across near side. Chance shot, going to go wide right. And going to go back along the boards, and the Avs are going to clear it out themselves. Going back to Brent Burns, top of the zone, sending it in again. Over to the far side. Under 12 to play in this one. Over to the near side. Moving it up is going to be Dylan Cousins. And into the offensive end, the Senators are going to go. Can't control it, though. Moved around to the far side boards. Burns going to send it back down to the near side in the defensive end. The Avs trying to move it out. They will for the time being along that far side. Dumping it into the offensive end. And going to go back and around towards the near side. Moving it out now the other way is going to be off the Colorado Avalanche to the near side into the offensive end. Can't really control it. Puck going to get tied up in the corner. Moving it back around the near side. The Avs going to go to the top of the zone. Burns going to pass it in front. Shot. Not able to get a clean shot off. Bodies colliding everywhere in front of that net. And the Senators are coming out the other way with it. Dumping it in and going to go for a change. Doing the old dump and change tactic. So Manson with that puck now back in behind the net. Watching him closely is going to be Tim Stutzel. Working with it now. Up to the far side. Into the offensive end they're going to go. Moving it along that far side boards is Brock Nelson to the top of the zone. Going to clear themselves out. And giving chase is going to be Cale Makar. Over to the far side. Moving it up. And into the offensive end. A chance for the Avs if they can generate his own presence. Passing back. Puck gets cleared out. Here comes your chance. He's on a one-on-one trying to work into the zone. Taken back again by the Sens. Chance shot again. Loose open net to the near side. Still can't punch it in. Up to the top of the zone. The Sens clear themselves out. Oh, no, they didn't fully clear themselves out, but now over to the near side, the Senators still with a chance in that offensive end. Working with it now towards that near side, going down low is going to be off the stick of Nick Jensen. Top of the zone to Stützle. Stützle with that puck, taking it down, backing around towards the top of the zone. Going to leave it to the near side, trying to leave it for Chabot. And a big hit dished out off of number 62, going to be Lakeinen, and he's going to the sin bin for that hit. Wow. A 2-minute minor for hooking against Colorado, down 1-0. Wow. And they're stepping away for another commercial with 9:54 to go in the second period. Let me see. Let me see. Man, do we have any other updates around the other game going on? No score updates yet out of the Flyers and Blue Jackets. I got 5:37 to go in the second. And in about 5 minutes, the Rangers and Islanders are going to begin their game, or their third period. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's take a look over here on X, see if we got any other news while we are sitting here. Ugh. Oh man. Oh my gosh, that would be dirty. That would be dirty. A proposed trade, or an idea of a trade to get Artemi Panarin to the Penguins. Chinakhov, Malkin, Panarin. That would be a... Oh my gosh. So here we go. Far side draw going to be won by the Avs. Moving it around the near side. Getting it cleared out all the way back. And going to be played by the goalie, Reimer. Over to the far side. Moving it around up through center. To the near side, into the offensive end. Can the Sens maintain its own presence? Stützle down low. And losing it, going to be taken out the other way and cleared. So over to the far side. Moving it out now, the Sens along the far side boards, trying to move it into the offensive end. They'll go to the near side, down low, Stützle to the far side. Along the boards towards the top of the zone. Passing across, Stützle, pass shot. What a save by Blackwood. That was one of the best saves. Tkachuk getting robbed twice tonight. Once by himself and once now by Blackwood. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So there we go. Far side, top of the zone. And here come the Sens with a chance. Samuelson passing across, near side shot. And another save by Blackwood, being absolutely incredible. Again, this game could have easily been 3 or 4-0 by now. The Avs just are not playing with any sense of heart. They're not playing with any sense of urgency. They're not playing with any sense of desire to win. It's almost like they're playing this game because we got to play it to get a paycheck. Not because we want to win it. The only one who gets a pass from that right now is Mackenzie Blackwood. So there we go. To the far side, going to clear it out all the way. And it's going to be taken out now by the Senators to the near side. Moving it along the boards. Back down low again. Into the neutral zone, Stützle over to the far side. Into the offensive end. Back in behind the net, Stützle. Trying to battle for that puck along the near side boards. They get jarred loose. Stutzel over to the far side along the top of the zone. Moving it again over to the far side. Working with it down low, back and across again. Down into the corner. Going to be taken back by the Avs to the far side. 26 seconds to go on the power play, and the Avs are trying to generate an offensive opportunity shorthanded. Working with that puck and going to be taken right back by the Sens. Off the stick now of Stutzel into the offensive end, looking for some help, finding a man, passing shot. Going to go wide right. Over to the far side along the boards. And going to be taken out now by the Avs to the near side as that power play is going to expire. Over to the near side of the offensive end. One last chance, and the power play does expire. Going to be off the stick now of, that's going to be Chabot. Over to the far side, trying to pass in front and shoot. Not able to connect, though. And a chance now, shot from the top of the zone. Going to go wide to the near side. Getting it cleared all the way out. But the Sens with it, back passing wing to wing from Chabot. Up on into the neutral zone. To the offensive end they go. To the near side off the stick of Pinto. Moving it around the boards down low. Over to the near side. Moving it now the other way. It's going to be off the stick. Was that Natchez I saw? Natchez back in the game now after that hit. That's always great to see. Maybe just a bit of a stinger. Thankfully, he's all good. Over to the far side, though. Down low, the Avs trying to move it out of the defensive end. 7:10 to go in the period. And in front of the net now, the Sens with a chance. A shot going to get denied by Blackwood. Backing around to the far side. Not able to do much on that. And the Avs are going to come away with it along the far side boards. Moving it up now through center to the offensive end they go. Along the boards with a chance. Moving it to the top of the zone to the near side. Shot by Burns. Loose in front on the rebound, but going to be frozen up. Man. A nice save, a nice effort there. Oh my gosh. So, let's see. So, here we go. Let us see. So we got a draw now on the near side, and the Avs offensive end working with that puck down low. Going to win it is the Sens to the far side. Going to send it to the top of the zone. Kept in for now, and moving out the other way is Ottawa. And clearing it up now into the neutral zone. Moving it up towards the offensive end. The Sens with a chance, taking it away. Not able to get it basically feet on the ground now. And over to the near side, moving it up the other way. It's going to go the Avs. And here comes your chance into the offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Sens. To the near side, top of the zone. And moving that puck around. Going to get cleared up by the Avs with a chance now out of the defensive end. We might have to replay that horn. Working with it to the near side, over to Burns. Burns with that puck. Over to the far side, moving it up into the offensive end with a chance on a botch pass. Shoots, he scores! That is going to be Kelly, number 17, Parker Kelly on the goal. Let's replay that goal horn for Colorado. There we go. We'll replay that for you guys. All right. Let's see. Time of possession. Let me see if I can find that on here. That's the one thing. I'll tell you guys, Simon saying my Habs face the Avs tomorrow. In Colorado, they play tonight. We have a better chance to win. That do be true. Uh-oh. We might have a quick response. So here we go. Center ice draw. Going to be won by the Avs over to the near side. Dumping it in behind the net to the far. Going to be taken now off of the stick of Spence along the boards. Going to be tied to the near side, moving it out the other way into the offensive end. A chance on a basically botched pass. He shoots, he scores. That's going to be Ridley Gregg on the goal. Let's replay that for the Senators because that was stupid early. There it is. Ottawa takes the lead again. Wow. Let me see, can I find time of possession? Team stats. Oh, those are total penalties. Face off some power play opportunities. Where can I find time of possession? I cannot find time of possession stat. But up now, over to the far side on a wing-to-wing, and the Avs going to move it out the other way. Bodies collide at center, and taken back by the Sens to the near side into the offensive end, taken back by Colorado. Over to the far side. And taking it back now into the defensive end, the Sens of the puck to the far side, moving it up. And into the neutral zone, still holding with it. Please, Colorado win. I don't want to face them after they go, after they lost. They're going to be angry and try to destroy us. Yeah, but Colorado's had that problem as of late. They're going through that 1 month of struggle. You know what I mean? That's what's happening. So here we go. Along the far side boards. Puck gonna get jarred loose, taken back by the Avs. Up into the offensive end they go. Down low to the near side, pass intercepted by the Sens. Moving it out the other way. Now in towards the offensive end, looking for some help. Down in the corner they go. And again, bodies collide. Is this ice like coated with water? Because there's a lot of guys falling down on this ice. It's going to go back in behind the net of Reimer. The far side. And that puck going to get tied up along the boards. Taken back by the Avs at the center ice area. Working around the near side. He's getting pretty quiet right now. That do be true. That do be true. But into the offensive end, a chance, a shot. No, Kachuk not able to get much of a shot off. Nice defense by the Avs to take it away. Over to the near side, in towards the offensive end. And taken back by the Sens, passing across out of the defensive end to the near side. In towards the offensive end they'll go, back in behind the net. Taken back by the Avs. That's going to be off the stick of Burns to the near side. Able to connect. Wing-to-wing pass from Scott Manson in towards the offensive end. Taken back by the Sens for now. Tied up, and the Avs take it over to the far side. Shot! Not going to go. A beautiful save by Reimer. Still tied up now along the near side corner down low, trying to move it around. Towards the top of the zone, maintained by the Avs. A chance, a shot from the far side, not able to connect. And going up the other way. And taken back, that's going to be off of the stick of Keaton Middleton. And we got an offside whistle on the Sens. No playoff for Toronto this year. I'm sure it's amazing. Oh, man, it's crazy, bro. But Colorado now can't get eliminated and embarrassed in the first round. They can't get embarrassed in the first round of the playoffs. That's the only downside. I still can't believe I can't find an ice time, like, or a time of possession. You know what I mean? I can't seem to find where it is. Let me see. Yeah, I can't find it. But we don't have any other score updates here. The Rangers and Islanders, 16:48 to go in the third there. Flyers and Blue Jackets in their second intermission as well. Okay. So let's see. Just trying to take a look on X. Oh, we got Skills Not Luck. How's it going, bro? How you doing, man? The East is so tied. Dow, Buffalo, Montreal, Boston, Pittsburgh, Islanders, Florida. Oh my gosh, every team, if they lose, are in danger. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, the entire Eastern Conference is in playoff mode. Though the one thing that I will say, the Penguins got completely shafted. They got completely and utterly shafted. Brian Rust's hit was an incidental dirty hit. It was an incidental hit. It was dirty. So yes, there should have been a suspension. But it was an incidental dirty hit. And Rust is not a known dirty player. 3 games was ridiculous for that. I'd get 1 game. But 3? I mean, that was freaking ridiculous. He's not going to play against these Senators, too. So moving it up through the center ice area. And the Sens moving it back into their offensive end, passing across. Well, and the Pens comeback really isn't insane. It's more so the fact the team is finally playing defense. During the 8-game losing streak, and even in November, they stopped playing a 2-on-1 chance for the Avs. Oh, a nice save there. A nice little poke away behind Reamer. Sorry, that was just a big moment of the game. But it really isn't surprising when you consider the fact the Penguins didn't really play defense. You know what I mean? During November, they stopped playing defense, and then in December, they completely forgot how to play defense. Basically meaning their goalie was faced with 3-minute attacks, prolonged attacks, and, you know, crazy breakaway opportunities. Odd man rushes. They could not stop with that. They finally started playing defense, though. The near side shot! A nice chance. Man, 3 quality shots by Colorado, but missing the net. Trying to poke it into the corner. Over to the far side, McKinnon going to send it down into the corner to the near side behind the net. And moving it around the near side, the Sens trying to clear it out of the zone. They will. Into the offensive end, looking for some help along the near side boards. Nothing well. At the moment, nothing really going well for Pittsburgh. Now the team going well. Yeah, in that moment, it was because the Penguins' defensive philosophy was, who cares if we give up 8 goals? We'll just score 9. And they weren't scoring 9. So they were losing games, or they would get comfortable and they'd get lazy when they had a lead. So they finally stopped that, but a nice save by Blackwood. That was the problem. That was the problem with the Penguins. But over to the near side, moving it out the other way, going to be off the stick of Shabbat to the offensive end, and the Colorado Avs going to take it back the other way. Into the offensive end. It's actually going to be offside on Colorado. But yeah, that was that moment. That was what it was. It was the fact that the goaltending was sucking because they were stuck with prolonged 2-minute attacks and, you know, multiple odd man rushes a game. And the team overcommitting on offense. That is not a recipe for a winning team. Then they used the holiday break to readjust, realign, and get it together. And they did just that. They did just that, and now it shows. They're playing a lot better hockey now. But here we go. The Sens to the near side, out of the defensive end after winning the draw, dumping it up into the offensive end. Back in behind the net to the near side. They move. The Avalanche try to move it out of their end. Into the offensive end. Nelson passing across and goes back to the top of the zone. 43 seconds to go in the period. Down low along the near side corner. Bodies colliding, and the Sens going to move it out the other way. Into the neutral zone, passing across to Greg into the offensive end. A chance for a race down. And that puck going to get sent around to the near side, intended for Gerard. Moving it out the other way is the Avs. Up on into the offensive end, going to send it to the far corner, giving it chase. Around the far side boards, 20 seconds to go in the period to the near side. Moving it up through center. Here come the Sens. At the near side, passing across, loose in front of the net. And going to be moved out the far side, 10 seconds to go. And the Sens still with possession in the offensive end. But there's 3 seconds to go here in the period. 2, 1 behind the net. And that is how this second period will come to a close with a score. The Colorado Avalanche 1, the Ottawa Senators 2. Shots on goal overall are 16-8 in favor of the Ottawa Senators, which means this period it was 7-3. Or 7-4, sorry, favoring the Senators in shots on goal in the second period. Again, taking a look around the rest of the NHL, 12:32 to go in the third period. The Isles still up 5-2 on the Rangers. And then 3-1 Blue Jackets at the second intermission. They got about 9:45 to go until they enter their third period. Let me see what this article says on a potential Robertson trade. I'm curious what their thought process is on the Robertson trade. Again, everybody talking about the Rust getting screwed. Jason Robertson trade talk. Last week's report put Robertson front and center in the Penguins' public wish list. Been a few years since the Penguins were at the forefront of trade talks for a star player. In the summer of 2023, it was Erik Karlsson. Before that, Rickard Rakell. was the prime B-list acquisition in 2021. Before that, Jim Rutherford chased down Kasperi Kapanen while the bubble playoffs were still ongoing. Robertson's a cut above at 6'3", 208 pounds. He's a big scoring winger who can slice through zone coverage to uncork a perfect wrister. He's a notable forechecker and simply one of the best in the league. Let's see. The writer, this writer was wrong or right that Karlsson wasn't a good trade to get. At least he wasn't a good get for the first 2 years. This season he's showing why he was a great get. Should the Penguins get their hands on Robertson from the Dallas Stars, he's unlikely to have the disappointing impact that Karlsson did. Robertson would have a huge impact on the Penguins' top 6 for years to come. Well, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything. So some past number 1 picks would be in Dallas' hands too. Simply be a costly acquisition. Certainly Dubas could deal away Robertson if the situation merits. Still be absolutely a hard pause on rebuilding. Even this rebuild on the fly approach that Dubas has perfected this season. So we'll see. 3 years championship core will be gone, possibly including Sidney Crosby. Robertson will be out of place on a team that is finally rebuilding. Ben Kindle will be in year 3 or so, but Bill Zonin, Will Horkoff, and any subsequent picks will be on their way up to the big show or just making the leap to the NHL. So it seems like this writer is like against the idea of Robertson, but I think Robertson is still the one to go, I still think I want to see Robertson in a Penguins uniform. You could trade Rust. You could trade someone like McGroarty, Koivunen. You know what I mean? Alongside a pick, and that's how you get Robertson. And that could give you potentially 2 more years of competing with this core. You can get another back-to-back cup championship if you want to. Potentially. If you go for Robertson. That's kind of why I like that idea. I would trade a player now, 1 prospect in the future, and a pick to get 2 cups now, or at least a cup now, or have a good chance at getting one. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thought on that. But I don't know. I mean, I still like that idea, though. I still like the idea of going for Robertson. I mean, what would you guys do? Would you guys... What other teams are really in the race? I don't think there's any other teams that are really in the Robertson sweepstakes right now. I think it's either Penguins or bust. And then you have his you would hold on to his RFA status, so you could basically take Robertson back at whatever price the league sets. So I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean that's just what I think personally. Oh boy, we'll see if we got any other news over here. Okay. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Man. But we shall see. But Blackwood being incredible tonight. Off topic, gold's 5,500 an ounce. Ay caramba. Ay caramba. That's crazy. Ooh. This is big. The Penguins might, even if they don't get Robo, they could be in on the Panarin sweepstakes. Because the Penguins have cap space, and according to Puck Empire, Artemi Panarin is seeking a contract extension as part of any trade by the Rangers, per at reporter Chris. That would essentially take teams, the Stars, they can't get them. Florida Panthers, forget about it. The Vegas Knights, yeah, they don't have the space for that. The Lightning, same deal. The Penguins have incredible cap space right now. They could take on a Panarin deal. They could potentially swing both if they really wanted to. I wouldn't swing for both. I personally would swing for one or the other. Personally, I would lean Robertson. Swap basically do a star trade. Do your first liner for first liner. Personally, but that's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. We shall see. Man. I mean, this could be a really good year for the Penguins. It already has it, but it could be even better. Man. But yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Man. Yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, the Penguins are really actually in on a couple of key players. Oh, man. We shall see. Go ahead and grab myself some more Coke Zero. If I can get to it. There we go. Okay. Man. Okay, let's take a look on X. We have some time. Nah, bro, it's the Coke Zero. It's the Coke Zero, bro. I'll settle for Pepsi if it's Pepsi or nothing, but I'm a Coke guy through and through. So. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Only in Pittsburgh. Only in Pittsburgh. I swear, at times Pittsburgh is almost like the Florida of the North. Pittsburgh scanner. Sheridan. Allendale Circle. Caller says the next door neighbor is burying the other neighbor's car and placed a chair on top of it. Oh, only in Pittsburgh. That's why I love watching Pittsburgh Scanner on X. You never know what you're going to get. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. It'll be fun to watch you go from turmoil to championships. Pittsburgh City knows what they're doing. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Dubas, man, he knows what he's doing. So, in Dubas we trust. And seeing what the Penguins have, cap space-wise, with this rebuild on the fly, you could potentially get Artemi Panarin. I'd prefer Robertson, but you can get one of those two, and that instantly makes you a true contender. I mean, if you add Robo to that team, even if you swap out Rust for Robo, Robo is a bigger beast. He is very much more a competitive guy. You know what I mean? Not that I don't like Rust. I like Rust. But you're going to have to trade one of your top liners for Robertson. And personally, I don't want to get rid of Raquel. And getting rid of Crosby is sacrilegious. So, you can't do that. So, oh my gosh. Another gem from Pittsburgh Scanner. Ridgemont Drive at Springfield Street. Multiple callers say a Ford Bronco is on fire in the middle of the road. Civilians are throwing snow at it, trying to put it out. And then response to it saying, PD on scene say that the Ford Bronco has been promoted to a Chevy Equinox, fully engulfed in flames. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is crazy. I love seeing what happens on Pittsburgh Scanner. No ain't gonna. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they should just run. They should. Or you got stuff like this. Sheridan, Swandick Street. Caller says they just cleaned off their truck, and the neighbor used their snowblower to blow all the snow back on it. I love this. I love this X account, bro. If you're not following Pittsburgh Scanner, even if you're not from the Berg, bro, drop a follow. You get some of the weirdest stuff on there. You get some of the weirdest stuff. Oh my gosh. I follow them on X because you never know what you're going to get. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me see. Just again, taking a look here. Man, not a flake of snow for my city this season. Kind of weird. Huh. That is odd. That is very odd. What city again? Just... Alright, because I thought I got you mixed up with someone else. What city again? Oh, yeah, near Seattle. Oh my gosh. How have you guys not gotten snow this year? Oh my gosh. Oh, we got something from ESPN. What is ESPN telling me? Oh no, I was just saying that voters who violate bylaws can be removed. Well, that's ridiculous, bro. The fact that the NFL is now saying, oh, well, people are an outcry because Bill Belichick wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. And because of that, we could look into people who who violated the bylaws and they won't be in next year. Bro, so you're going to tell me that everybody's going to get all up in flames because a coach that was involved in multiple scandals, from Deflategate to Spygate, among others, and who was mostly carried his career by the greatest quarterback of all time. You're going to tell me with a straight face that he is guaranteed a first ballot Hall of Famer despite the Spygate, Deflategate, all of those scandals, and the fact that he was carried? I mean, look what happened after Brady left. He sucked. Belichick couldn't do anything after Brady left. It was, granted, there was times when Brady wasn't there and they still did well. I'll give that to Belichick. He was a good coach. I don't know that he was first ballot Hall of Famer worthy, though. You know what I mean? He'll definitely be in the next couple of years, don't get me wrong. But I don't know that he was a first ballot. So... it hasn't even come close to snow. It's been cold last week, but that's it. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that I think personally that Belichick is not a first ballot. Even if this didn't come out, you know, even if it was revealed that he was a first ballot, I'd say he wasn't. Even before the vote, I was thinking he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Way too many scandals, number one. Number two, yeah, he did a couple of good years without Brady. But in the last 2 years, 3 years without Brady, what did he do? He did jack and crap. You know what I mean? He came to New England right as Brady was getting through there. And by the time Brady left, he still stayed for a couple years and couldn't do anything. Yeah, it was a rebuilding team, but you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. That's my thought on it. That's my thought on all that. Got caught cheating once. How many times did they do that without anyone noticing? Well, you had 2 times. Deflategate. I mean, that might have been more Brady, but still, Deflategate and Spygate. You know what I mean? You had 2 of them. Let's see. Bro, no. That Islanders fan, bro. That guy takes his fandom more seriously than anything financially. An Islanders fan caught Mika Zibanejad's stick that flew over the glass, and because he wanted no part of it, he gives the stick back. Bro, even if it was, let's say, a Flyers player's stick, I would have caught the stick and I would have sold it if I really didn't want it. But, like, how many times are you going to get a game-used stick for free? I mean, it's like the people in Wrigley Field that throw it back. No! Granted, baseball is more suitable because, you know, balls go out all the time. But not in a hockey game. You're not going to catch a stick over the glass every game. I've never seen a stick fly over the glass unintentionally like that during a game. I mean, come on. Bro. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. How's it going, John? How you doing, bro? Thought he would trade it in for more because it was a nice gesture, and they said thank you, see ya. Well, it just happened tonight, so they might do something for him later. I don't know, but like, still, bro, I would keep the stick. I would keep the stick. Simple as that. You get a game-used stick for free. Oh, so here we go. It's going to be an offside here on the Senators. Yeah, that guy did something that was not very smart, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. Sticks are custom. Maybe the player was like right on. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But again, I mean, they get multiple sticks because sticks break all the time as well. You know what I mean? I just assume players go through on average of about, you know, a stick every 3 games. With how often they tend to break. Especially someone like Mika Zibanejad who gets so much ice time and takes so many shots. He probably goes through about a stick every other game, every 3 games. I'd give him the jersey I wore that game. That would be a cool thing, but there's also no guarantees, especially because Oh, the Sens on a bit of a rush here, top of the zone. Moving it around the near side. And back in behind the net. To the far side. The Sens still at the top of the zone. They're going to clear themselves out. But, like, that's my thought personally. Is that there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. And, you know, if I was a player and I lost that stick, if he gave it back, I might do something. You know, I'd do something for sure. But, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know that I would give the stick back because I don't even know if Zibanejad knew the stick came back. The guy gave it back to the equipment staff. I'm going to quote repost it on X. But how often do you get a free game-used stick? I'm reposting that. You guys can see it on my X, if you guys follow me on X. But that puck gonna be iced by the Senators. But yeah, I reposted it because, like, bro, John's saying we got a goal. We do, the Flyers. Oh, we get a goal here too. Okay, well, here we go. Top of the zone. Shot by the Avs. Not going to go. Over to the far side. Again, a bomb shot going to go wide off. It was an 88.5 mile an hour zip shot. And tied up along the boards. Down low, around to the near side. Working with that puck along the near side boards. Passing it up through center into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Down low. Shot. He scores. There we go. It's going to be Giroux on the goal. Let's go ahead and replay that goal because that came criminally early. By the way, Travis Konechny assisted by Dvorak and Brink getting that goal for the Flyers, making it 3-2. The 3-star 6 Canucks tab were lame. Yeah, I mean, like, but the thing is, how often are you gonna get a free stick? You know, I don't know. That's kind of crazy in my book. Okay. So here we go. So, moving it around, over to the near side, across to the far, into the offensive end for the Avs. A shot going to get redirected around to the far side and goes out of play. Let's see. It wasn't a player stick, it was a gift stick. On that play? It was legitimately a stick that was being used in the game. Or are you talking the 3-star Canucks sticks? Here we go, over to the near side. Moving it around, down to the far, is going to be taken out by the Avs. Oh, the Canucks. Okay, I was about to say. But yeah, over to the near side. Into the far side in the neutral zone, trying to move it in. The Avs trying to punch it into the zone. They go. Down low, shot! And going to go high into the netting. Oh my gosh. Let us see. Man. So, we shall see. Ever caught a puck? I have never caught a puck. I've only gone to one game where I was really in contention for it, and we were right on the glass behind the net, but we weren't able to get a puck. It never came up out of play that way into the fans that way. Other than that, I've gone to a couple games up in the upper decks, but I haven't gone. You know, before this year, I hadn't gone to a game in a couple years, in like 5 or 6 years. Well, actually 6 or 7 almost, actually. We got a whistle here. But yeah, I've never caught a puck. That's the other thing. I would love to catch. I've never caught a puck. I've never caught a baseball. I'm not giving it to a kid. Oh, man. You know, if I were at a game and I catch a puck, my first puck I'm keeping, but my second puck I am giving. Like, anything after my first puck, I am ready to give. But I want to get a game-used puck because, like, that's crazy. That's cool. So here we go. Into the far side. And the Avs trying to move it up into the offensive end with a chance on the far side. Shot ripped. And going to go wide over to the near side. And taken away. A chance in front. Breakaway shot. He scores! Valery Nikushkin. A beautiful play. Let's go ahead and replay that horn because the horns are coming super early tonight. Okay. So yeah, we shall see. Okay. Yeah, moving around here. Also, John, question for you. You've seen the messages in the Discord. Do you have an idea as to what the new series is coming to the gaming channel? Over to the near side. The Avs moving it up along the near side through center. Into the offensive end. Battling for that puck along the boards. Coming up down low with that puck. And going to the far side. Back over to the near. Back on into the corner. Down low. Moving that puck over to the far side. Moving it up off of the stick of Shabbat. To the far side again. Moving it up. Up through center into the offensive end they go. Going to flip it in. And backing around the net to the near side. Going to be taken off of the stick of Gerard. The far side over to the near. Moving it up is going to be Kiviranta. Down in the near corner, a big collision along the boards. To the far side, going to come loose with that puck. Moving it out the other way. Up through center, into the offensive end they go to the near side. And we got an offside whistle on the Senators. It's still crazy that Grozzy hit 1 million subs yesterday. That's cool, bro. That is cool. That's something this channel will never hit. Oh, man. So here we go. Over to the far side on a wing-to-wing pass. Moving it up through center. Into the neutral zone to the near side. Along the boards, down low they go. Big collisions into the corners. And the ref having to get out of there real quick. Puck goes to the far side. Trying to wrap it around. A chance for the Avs. Not able to connect. A chance, though, taken back at the top of the zone to the near side from the point. Down low, shot going to go wide, redirected in front of the net with a chance. Bodies colliding, a loose glove or something over to the far side. It was actually the glove of number 43 going to be Clavin. Over to the near side, that puck going to get cleared up and going out the other way. Into the neutral zone to the defensive end of the Avs, taking that puck out the other way. With that chance through center, into the neutral zone to the offensive end, down low with a chance. Shot going to go wide, over to the far side, wrapped up in that corner, moving it out the other way. And up through center they go, moving it in towards the offensive end. And a chance over to the near side. Going up to center. And that puck going to be redirected to the far side again, down low. And we got a Senators offside. Okay. So we shall see. We shall see. Man, we got World's Worst Gamer saying Sens got some goaltending badly needed, and they started winning. Go figure. Not rocket science. That do be true. That do be true. Over to the far side, in towards the offensive end. Going to be kicked out by Pinto. And going out the other way, going to be racing for it. The Avs over to the near side. Going to move it up by Natchez through neutral zone. The only thing I'm going to say is that the Avs also are in their bit of a kind of slump phase. that every contender goes through, every true contender goes through. So at the same time, you know what I mean? It's a big statement win, don't get me wrong. But I don't know if this is as big of a win as we think it is. Because it's not the Avs that are destroying teams left and right. It is an Avs team that is kind of trying to get back to where they were. Not to take away from this lead right now that they have. They're still playing really well, don't get me wrong. But here we go. Down over to the near side. McKinnon into the corner looking for some help along the boards. Trying to move it to the top of the zone across. Back across to the far side. Down low with a chance. A shot. Redirected on a rebound. It goes back in behind the net to the near side. Moving it around to the top of the zone. McKinnon with a shot. Going to get redirected to the far side. Down along the boards, top of the zone. Going to be right there for Gerard. Towards the net. Shot again over to the far side. Backing around to the near side. To the top of the zone. Working with it. Over, down low to the top of the zone. To the point. Down to the near side corner. Battling for that possession along the boards. Down low again. Getting in there is going to be Gerard. To the top of the zone. Going to be taken out by the Sens. Going the other way. But going to be taken back by the Avs in their defensive end. Wing to wing to the far side. Moving it up. Never mind. Up the near side. Into the offensive end for the Sens. Kachuk looking for some help. Sending it shot. Going to be redirected back in behind the net to the far side. Off of the stick of Dylan Cousins. Top of the zone. Passing across. Shot. And going to be a nice save by Blackwood.
Evenly, or maybe
Whoa, what are you doing?
We can Venmo each other.
Oh. Let me see here. Alright, if not, no biggie. Okay.
Let me see here. We're going to take a look at over at our Discord and a couple other things as well. Let me actually hop into the VC over here, just in case PDF wants to join. So let's see. Man. So we shall see. Are you kidding me? This badge has been censored by default on Nintendo Switch. Bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let us see. Just taking a look here as we have some time. Man. But that is crazy, man. That is crazy for Tom. That is, like, honestly. That's awesome. So we are back here, ready to roll. Taking a look at the next telecast. That is the Avs against the Montreal Canadiens. So here we go. So over to the near side. Face-off going to be won by the Sens. They're going to be battling for it, though. To the near side. Moving it out the other way is the Avs. Up through center and going to be taken back by the Sens. To the near side. Into the offensive end they go with a chance. Off of the stick of Greg. Going to go back the other way. Top of the neutral zone. Passing across into the offensive end. Going to send it to the near side. Getting to it is going to be Burns. To the far side. Moving it out along the boards. And now to the near side. Up through center they go with a chance. Into the offensive end. Going to dump it over to the far side. And going to come away with it to the near side with a chance is going to be off of the stick of Greg to the far side into the offensive end. They're going to dump it around the near side off of the stick here of going to be Malinsky with that puck. And moving it around to the far side into the offensive end, a chance. McKinnon passing across top of the zone. Shot not going to go. Big collision at open ice. Over to the near side. Crawling through the door, no skate blade, I presume, for one of the Senators involved in that hit. But here we go, top of the zone, working with it down low from Natchez. Shot to the near side, going to be redirected not able to connect. Going out the other way. Up through center, moving it into the neutral zone. And going to move it in to the defensive end. So here we go. Moving it up into the neutral zone for the Sens. Intercepted by the Avs. Into the offensive end they go with a chance. Down low. Trying to connect back in behind the net to the near side. Bodies in a collide along the boards to the far side. Trying to wrap it around for the Avs. Not much happening there though. And going to be moved to the top of the zone. A chance of shot. Going to be denied. Over to the top of the zone. Far side shot again. Going to get sent up into the netting. Let's see. I hate cheering against Reimer, but I want Ottawa to lose. I'm a New Jersey fan, desperate for a playoff spot. Tough sledding this year. So much out of town scoreboard watch now. It's gonna be an uphill climb for the Devils for sure. I mean, looking right now at the way things sit, right? In our Discord server we have up-to-date standings, always up to date every day. The Devils currently find themselves 9 points out of a playoff spot. And it doesn't help the fact that they have no games in hand on pretty much anyone in a playoff spot. So they are going to need help from other teams. So, although, don't take this the wrong way when I say it, but screw the Devils. Sorry, I had to. Pens fan here. Oh, man. But no, you guys will be good. You guys got to get right back on it. You just got to get back onto where you were. But a chance for the Sens. Backing around to the near side on a wraparound. Not able to connect. And moving over to the far side. Into the offensive end by the Avs. And chasing down for it is going to be the Sens to the near side. Up into the center ice area to the offensive end on a cross ice pass. Over to Sanderson. Down low. Not able to connect around the near side in front of Blackwood. Moving it around the near side. Going to move it out through center on a clear and dumped back in by the Sens. Back in behind the net of Blackwood. Going to leave it there for his teammate, for Malinsky. Malinsky moving it up through the offensive end now on a pass. Shot. Going to go wide after a redirect. Over to the near side. Along the boards, Kachuk trying to move it up. Maintained by the Avs. Still surprisingly not offside. I thought it would have been offside. But either way, down a big collision along the boards against, I believe, Cale Makar. No, sorry, it was actually against someone else over on that far side. Big hits being dished out left and right. Wow. Wow. But over to the near side, moving it up on into the offensive end, losing possession of it. Malinsky into the offensive end for the Sens. A chance down low. Stutzel wrapping it around, looking for some help. Over to the near side he goes. Moving it towards the top of the zone, looking for some help. And going to lose the zone, but keeps the puck. Up through the defensive end now to the near side, into the offensive end, passing across in front. Shot redirected and stopped by Blackwood. A nice save by Mackenzie Blackwood to stop that puck up. Okay. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, man. So, yeah, we shall see here. Okay. So yeah, we shall see. Oh my God. I can't believe what's going on in Cleveland, bro. The Browns, bro. Like, what is going on with them? Even when they think they've won, they've lost. Wow. And apparently Carson Soucy saying that Rangers GM Chris Drury did him a favor by trading him locally because he has 3 small children, including an 8-day-old. Doesn't have to uproot the family. That do be true. He just went from Madison Square Garden to Long Island. So really, they don't even really have to move, necessarily. Okay. So let's see. Let us see. Far side draw. Going to be won by the Avs, moving it up out of the defensive end into the offensive end now to the near side off the stick of Kiravanta. The far side, top of the zone, chance a shot, and gonna get redirected wide of the net. Over to the far side, the Sens gonna get possession up through center. Here comes a breakaway chance on the shot and denied. A nice little denial there by Blackwood on the breakaway chance by Fabian Zetterlund. To the far side, Zetterlund now behind the net to the near side and moving it around, tied up along the boards. Sens still coming away with it, top of the zone, gonna be taken away by the Avs. Up on into the offensive end, off of the stick of Olofsson, down low behind the net of the goalie Reimer. To the far side, how's it going, Tromboner? How you doing, brother? Over to the near side, moving it up out into the neutral zone. And clearing it back in behind the net of Blackwood to the near side. Going up through center, passing across wing to wing, pass intercepted into the offensive end for the Sens. Going to be Cousins. Hi, John. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So top of the zone, a chance, a shot. Going to get redirected over to the far side. And moving it out the other way is going to be the Avs. Off of the stick of Natchez. Into the offensive end they go to the near side. Down into the corner, over to the far side. Going to be taken back by the Sens and Nick Cousins. Back in behind the net to Sanderson now. Over to the far side. Moving it out the other way through center. Intercepted by the Avs to the near side. Going to be off of the stick of Nelson. Down low into the corner. You see Pilotta? Yeah, I did see that. Pilotta had a 2-point night right after being traded. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. But for the first time, I was on the cutting edge of an NHL deal. A chance in front denied by the Sens. And over now in front of the net, the Avs going to take it back. But yeah, for the first time, I was actually ahead of the curve on breaking news because I got the word from X 2 minutes after Kevin Weeks posted that video to say that Palat was traded. I'm like, I got to make this short. I got bowling, but I got to make this short before I leave. So over to the far side, top of the zone now, across to the near with a chance. Working with it, going to be off the stick of Gerard. Around to the far side. And going to pass it back down low again. Over to the far side. Still tied up for that puck. Trying to come away over to the near side if they can maintain it. And going up the other way. Here come the Senators passing across. Up through center they go to the near side. Into the offensive end, going to send it. Back in behind the net. Into the near side corner. Coming away with it to the Avs to the near side. Going to be off the stick of Lakeinen. Moving it up. Into the offensive end they go. Into the corner. Under 5:50 to go in the third period. The Avs taking it away in the offensive end. Shot going to be blocked by the Sens. And they're going to move it up the other way. Get ready for this goalie pull. It's going to be coming soon. Over to the far side. Big collision along the boards. And it's going to be taken out now by the Avs up through center. Passing across now into the offensive end. Going to dump it. Another big collision in front of the Senators bench. Wow. Big collisions all around. That puck going to get jarred loose. Taken back in the defensive end by Nikushkin. And over to the near side. Working with that puck. Going to pass it across in the defensive end. Passing back again. Wing to wing. And over to the far side. Passing across to the near. Up through center. Into the offensive end. Back in behind the net of Reimer to the far side. The Sens going to clear it all the way out. And here comes your chance on a partial breakaway. Not able to get much of a shot off because of a strong defense there by number 70. Going to be Malinsky. And going out the other way. Here comes a chance for the Avs. Shot going to go wide. Going back in behind the net. Over to the near side. And over to the far side. The Sens going to take it away up along the boards. Moving it up through center. Here comes your chance. Back into the defensive end go the Avs with that puck. Working it around now. Slowing it down just a little bit. a little bit. If you guys are enjoying the stream, though, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciated. We're only 3 subs away from our next major goal. This is a minor goal and a major goal of 700 subscribers. Can we do it tonight? Let's see. But top of the zone, passing across, down low shot. Gonna go wide over to the far side. Again, back to the near top of the zone. Going to be moved out by the Sens. Up on into the neutral zone they go, passing across. Over to that far side, moving it up through center. Thank you, World's Worst Gamer. Always appreciate it. Try to get you closer. Did it before you ask. Always appreciate it, bro. We always appreciate it over here. And a wing-to-wing pass shot. Gonna go towards the net and gonna be a nice save by Reimer. All right. Yes, sir. There it goes. It took a little while to proc, but there we go. There you go. Much love, brother. Much love. I appreciate people from PA, except the ex-wife from Butler. Do I need to... It's funny you mentioned Butler. I'm not from Butler, but I am in the general northern Pittsburgh region. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I am from the general northern Pittsburgh region, so it's funny you mentioned Butler. I know where Butler is. Oh, man. Oh, boy. But yeah, we cover a lot of hockey, a lot of football, all that fun jazz. Much love again to all of you who have checked out the Steelers fan reaction to the hiring of Mike McCarthy. That video kind of blew up a lot more than I was ever anticipating it to do. Thing pulled in, if I refresh this page now, it's like honing in on 850 views. It's at 833, much bigger than any of the videos I've released as of late. So much love to all yins who have checked that one out. Greatly appreciate all yins. It's you guys that make this channel. Otherwise, I'd just be a guy talking and blabbering in my basement about sports with nobody. So it's you guys that all make this channel. And my heart goes out to all yins. So real quick, let's take a look around the rest of the NHL. And it looks like we got 2 goals to update on in the Flyers game. It was a goal by Travis Konechny, assisted by Sanheim and Dvorak to tie it up at 3 apiece. And then the Blue Jackets, Sean Monahan gets a goal assisted by Severson and Johnson. So going to be a 4-3 lead with 2:48 to go in the third period on that game. And we'll be seeing an empty net here soon-ish, I would imagine. The question is when? Are they going to pull it now? Are they going to pull it at the timeout? They're pulling him out. They are pulling him now. Avs need to get their crap together and win this. That do be true. The tough thing is that the Avs, every team does it. Every team goes through that 1 month stretch. If they're going to be competitive, they go through that 1 month stretch that they just nothing goes right. And this is their time for that. You know what I mean? A puck getting cleared out back into the neutral zone. The Avs going to take their time with that puck. Every team does it. If it doesn't happen in the regular season, it will happen in the playoffs. So this is honestly making them stronger cup favorites in my mind. But here we go. Near side from McCarr to McKinnon. Shot. Going to go wide after a redirect. And over to the far side. Down low. Going to get cleared out by the Sens. And that's going to go wide of the net, but able to get to it is going to be McCarr to the near side. Back and across is going to be Olofsson with the puck. Up through center into the offensive end. A chance, a shot going to go wide. Over to the far side. Moving it out the other way. And here comes your empty net goal, I'd presume. A chance, a shot goes off the post. How do you miss that? Over to the near side. The center's going to now get a chance. A shot blocked again off some bodies. And going up the other way. That's McKinnon across over to Nelson. Over to the near side into the offensive end. But they cannot control that puck. 2:45 to go here in regulation on this one. The Ottawa Senators holding on to a 3-2 lead. Clinging on for dear life. Over to the far side along the boards. Down low into the corner. Towards the top of the zone. Gets cleared all the way out. And it's going to be Ottawa icing as Brent Burns tags up. Okay. Man, the Senators having an incredible chance to make this game a 4-2 game and all but ice it. And they just missed. He hits the backside of the net, the backside of the post. The Colorado are going to use their timeout now. Give them a chance to rest. Give them a chance to recover here and get ready for this next game plan here. We got Kachuk, Giroux, Zub, Cousins out there as well for the Senators, it looks like. Ottawa deserves to lose now. The problem is, I don't know what they do, because the only reason that this game is even as close as it is right now is because Mackenzie Blackwood has kept Colorado in it. For the first 2 periods, I can confidently say that Colorado was not... The skaters on Colorado were playing this game because they had to, not because they wanted to. Mackenzie Blackwood is the only reason this game is close. They did have an empty netter to ice it. That's what I'm getting at. And I do get that. I do get that. But this game shouldn't have even been this close. It should have been 2-0 after the first period. So, in theory, it should be a 5-2 game right now. But backing around to the near side along the boards. Tied up for that puck. And going to go back down low over to the far side from Nikushkin. And that puck going to be sent back down low. A chance. Shot gets redirected from center ice. And there's your empty net goal. Let's go ahead and replay that horn. It was a little early, so we'll replay it here. The Ottawa Senators going to ice this game at 4-2. I'd imagine you keep the goalie off the ice. You might put him out there and have him come back just to make sure you don't get an empty netter off of the face-off, but the goalie's going to come right back out to try and get this team back in it. Here Moore saying Blue Jackets win? Yes, sir. Both these teams lost. Should have lost both. Oh, should have both lost. Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, taking a look. It did go final as a 5-3 now. It's going to go final 5-3 probably. Matthew Olivier with an empty net goal. But a center ice draw here in Ottawa. And ready to roll here. Okay. So, going to kick Grieg out of the draw to get Pinter out of there. Off the wing and over to the near side. Moving it across, it's going to be the Avs. They're going to move it up on into the offensive. Never mind. Taken back by the Senators, flipping it up into their offensive end around the net to the near side. The Avs taking it. You got to think that as soon as you get an offensive presence here, this could be your drive that clears the cage. And here we go. I'm presuming he's leaving now. Backing around in front, shot gets redirected. Yep, okay, I was right. They pulled off the extra attacker right there. So into the offensive end, going to be around the near side. McKinnon to the top of the zone, able to connect over there with Malinsky around the far side. Shot gets redirected wide to the near side. Along the boards, a chance of shot going to be sent down low, and here comes your chance from the far side. Zub going to move it up, but stays into the offensive end of the Avs to the near side in front of the net. Shot by McKinnon, going to go wide in front of the net. Over to the far side, and moving it up the other way. What the? What? Hold on. So, we got something here. This is crazy. Into the offensive end. Here's your empty net goal. So the Senators get an empty net goal. Okay. I think my code had a senior moment because it gave the Avalanche a goal as well. So we heard one horn of the we got to replay the horn for the Senators because it just played one pump and then was cleared out by the Avalanche, who didn't even score. There it is. Did you hear what Lafreniere thinks of empty net goals? I did not. I have not. Heimer's is an awesome professional goalie. Ottawa better not F with him when the choker comes back. Play the hot goalie. I know you won't, though. They got to follow what Edmonton did in the Stanley Cup Finals. Ride the hot goalie until you can't anymore. Granted, it did come back to bite him because Stu kind of choked in the playoffs. But again, Game 7, he let up 2 goals. Edmonton couldn't manage 1. Or Edmonton only managed 1. But here we go to the near side, under a minute. That puck going to be back in behind the net, over to the far side. Working with that puck around the boards, clearing it up through center. Are you kidding me? Over to the near side, in front of the net, a pass. Around, shot to the near side. Gets redirected away, over to the top of the zone. And moving it around, down low again, off of the stick of Spence to the far side. Moving it around over to the area to the near side behind the net. Going to be taken by Kiviranta. Around the near side. Moving it up towards the top of the zone. Back in behind the net they go to the far side. With 13 seconds to go, the Avs going to try and clear it out the other way. Someone hacked your goal horn. Yeah, it did. They hacked it. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and just like that, the Ottawa Senators get the win. Final score in this one is the Ottawa Senators 5, the Colorado Avalanche 2. Shots on goal were 23 for the Senators and 17 for the Avalanche. And with that, today's slate does come to a conclusion. It does come to a conclusion. Just a quick little recap down slate today. The Isles beat the Rangers 5-2 in a final. The Blue Jackets beat the Flyers 5-3 in a final. And the Avs lost to the Senators 5-2 is the final on that one. All three winners today scoring 5 points. So that are 5 goals. So that is a pretty cool fun fact for today. If you guys did enjoy the stream, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciated. We are on the road to 700. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of Stanley Cup Finals, which I think at the rate we've been growing, it is very possible. So, you know, all is greatly appreciated. Also, for those who don't know, we do have a gaming channel. I'm hoping to get a new series out on it starting tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Friday, of a little President's Play series. I'm having a lot of fun storyboarding that. So, you know, make sure you guys check it out. But this game, let's take a look. When are we going to get stars of the game? I don't think we have any yet. Get a little reload on this just to make sure. I would not. Let me double check on the game cast. Let's see the box score. Let's see if we can predict stars of the game here. Let's see. Hey, at least I can say the Devils didn't lose tonight. That is true. That is true. The Devils did not lose tonight. But I could see. I mean, the Avs or the Senators literally 1 goal apiece. Kachuk gets a goal. Stützle gets a goal. Cousins with a goal. Giroux gets a goal, and Greg gets a goal. Those are your 5 goals. And every defenseman got an assist. Every single defenseman for Ottawa got an assist. Zub, Jensen, Spence, Clevin, Chabot, and Sanderson, all with an assist tonight. I'd expect your first star of the game is probably going to be Stützle with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Everybody else that got a point literally just had 1 point. You know what I mean? You could see the goalie. I don't know that Reimer's going to get a... Told you so. That is true, Onion. That do be true. I don't think that Reimer's going to get a star of the game, though, because it was only an 889 save percentage. He only saved 16 of 18. So, the one big thing I can tell you, though, for the first time in forever, Ottawa played a clean game of hockey. Not a single penalty on Ottawa. On Ottawa. All 3 penalties in this game were against Colorado. For the first time in a long time, Ottawa has played a clean game of hockey. Officially. I mean, granted, you're not going to make the playoffs this year, probably, unless you go on a miracle run if you're Ottawa. But this game could be a stepping stone to the future. You saw what you got in Reimer. You saw what you got out of your potential scorers. Build off of this. Didn't they cook another team 7-1? Let me see. Who, Ottawa or Colorado? Ottawa did. They beat Vegas 7-1. The thing is, though, is that, you know, 2 quality wins is big. But it's going to take a mini miracle for this team to make it. It's going to take a mini miracle. They're going to have to basically win every single game, basically, from here on out. And get a little bit of help from other teams in the playoff hunt. Dude, what's going on? They beat Vegas and the Avs? That do be true. I mean, the thing is, the Avalanche, I saw more coming. Because, again... One of the big things, every team that is a true contender goes through that month of we don't know how to win games. We don't know how to play our brand of hockey. That same thing happens with every team. Every team has at least 1 month where they struggle. And if you don't have it in the regular season, it will catch up to you in the playoffs. I don't think I've ever seen a team be completely dominant all season in the regular season and then go on to win the cup. So I've seen miracles before. Devils 87-88. Until they say you're out, you aren't. That is true. That is true. But just given how tight the Eastern Conference is, they are 10 games out of a playoff spot with no games in hand. Again, entering tonight, they were 8 points out of a playoff spot, right? Or 10 points out of a playoff spot, right? They had played 52 games. They had a game in pocket on Toronto. They had 2 in pocket on Boston. And a game on Montreal. No games on Florida. This will help, but it's not enough. They're going to need a lot of help from other teams. They got to be able to do well themselves and get help from other teams. I'm worried Islanders have a smooth sailing next couple weeks. Pens need to beat the Hawks tomorrow. I think they will. I think that the Pens can go 3-0-1 is my target for the Pens in the next 4 games before the break. It's gonna be a little tough without Rust. I mean, the Pens kind of got screwed on that because it was an incidental dirty hit. Yes, it was a dirty hit, but it was an incidental dirty hit on a player that is not a dirty player. And you give him 3 games for that? Let's see. They need an average goaltending to be near the top of the league. I hope they don't do it, but it would be interesting. It would be. It would be interesting if they managed to do it. But yeah, I mean, the Pens do need to stay in second. I mean, the big thing is the Penguins are fine. Again, the Penguins went through their month already. Their month was December, where they just forgot how to play defense. They forgot what to do. They forgot how to hold on to leads. Ever since the holiday break, this has been a brand new Penguins team. And don't forget, Invictus, the Penguins are probably going to land either, if I had to hazard a guess, the Penguins are going to end up with either Artemi Panarin or Jason Robertson. They're probably going to end up with one of the two. I personally want to see Robertson. Yes, it sucks you're going to have to give up Brian Rust for him or Ricard Raquel. I think I'd rather give up Rust personally, but you can make an argument for either player. So yes, it's going to cost one of them. And the Pen schedule, it is brutal the rest of the way. They have the 3rd hardest schedule the rest of the way, which is going to be tough. But again, if you get Robo on that team, or even Artemi Panarin, he's a big boost either way. But both of those guys are going to be cap hogs for the next couple of years, relative to teams like Vegas, Tampa, Dallas, Florida. They're not going to have the cap space to make it work with those players. So those guys are out because Panarin wants a new contract as part of his deal. And what's his name? Robertson is a restricted free agent. So you want to retain him as much as you can as well. So my thought is I think that I would like to see Robertson trade in Brian Rust, either Ville Koivunen or Rucker McGroarty, and a pick. That should be enough to secure you Jason Robertson. He's a restricted free agent. You get to pay him whatever the market value is on his next contract because you hold his rights with him being a restricted free agent at that point. Then you have that top line, Raquel, Crosby, Robertson. Who in the world is stopping that line? Just saying. Pens almost did what I expected them against the Canucks, so it's honestly 50-50 against the Hawks, in my opinion. Yeah, we do got a lot of skeptics here. That do be true. But at the same time, I feel good about this team. Again, it's tough when you're on the road 4 games in a row. 4 games, especially you had 3 games in 4 nights, I think it was. You had 1 day off, I think, in that whole span. Maybe 2 days? No, it was 2 days because you played Wednesday, Thursday, and then you played Sunday. So you had the back-to-back. You're always out west. So and the Pens have struggled on lengthy road trips, sweeping those. So I don't look into that as a crazy kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, but that's kind of my wish list for the Penguins. And if you can't get Robertson, at least try and get Artemi Panarin if it's cheap enough. You know what I mean? That one of those 2 guys. And again, not many teams are going to be in on Panarin because he wants a new contract as part of the deal. He wants a new contract. Vegas can't take on a new contract from Panarin. Tampa can't take one. Dallas certainly can't. They don't even have the money to pay Robo. So that opens up a lot of room for the Penguins. That's going to hurt the bargaining power of the Rangers a little bit. So, just saying. With that being said, I do think I am going to wrap up this stream. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciate it. I think we're going to try and go live tomorrow if we can. If not, you guys will see the streaming schedule is going to be coming out either late tonight or tomorrow. All depends, because I do want to get some progress done on that new series for the new channel, the gaming channel. Link down in the description. Check it out if you haven't already. Did enjoy it? Thank you. Thank you, World's Worst Gamer. Always appreciate it. And with that, I will catch you guys next time. Either tomorrow, definitely Saturday, if not tomorrow, though. Maybe Friday night late. It all depends on how things go. Again, streaming schedule will be out in a little bit. Peace, bro. Having a blast here. Thanks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dubas gets Robertson. He's GM of the year for sure. Even if Dubas sits on his hands at the trade deadline, I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it too. I'm fine with what they have, but I'd like to see Robertson. But yeah, with that, we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one. See ya, Onion. See ya, Invictus. See ya, Colin.